Hey everyone, how are you? This is Denise with Modern Priscilla Tarot, and this, of course, is Tarot at 12. Hey, how is everyone doing? Happy Monday. Woot woot. Before I do anything, I have to say, guess what I have spread out here? It's my new deck. It's the Everyday Witch. Oh, I love it, love it, love it. We're going to be using this one for sure. Borderless. Woo, woo. Love it. So we'll see that one today for sure. All righty. Jane J, thank you so much for being here and for helping me out. Rajashri, how are you? Patricia, Ritz Ready. Sirish 14. Hey, how are you? Tanya, Magnolia, how are you? AW, good to see you all. All right, well, we're going to get started. I'll just give you a quick rundown. I have my clear quartz here to open up the energy with my deck. Here at Tarot at 12, what you're going to do is you're going to write your question in the chat. Questions are selected randomly. I try to bump around top, bottom, middle, and get questions real randomly. Donations do take priority and go first. So any donation questions will be read first, and they are guaranteed. If you're interested in bumping your question to priority, the link is in my description. Plus, I've seen Jane J there posting it as well. So there are options, my friends. All right, so let us see what we've got. I'm really itching to use this deck, and I haven't used it yet. So it will be my first reading with Everyday Witch. Yeah. Love it, love it. Look at those backs. Pretty cool, huh? Love it. If you're interested in seeing the cards, today I just posted a flip through. So if you want to take a look at that, I do have that out there. Go ahead and take a peek. They're not that long. I don't go into the, this is the unwrapping and this and that. I just show you the cards pretty much. So let us get back out of there. Oops, where'd I click? Let me get out of here. There we are. We're back. All right, let's get started. Now, let me just check, because we've had some donations coming in before the show got started the last couple days. So let me just check. Nope, we're good. All right. So what have we got today? What have we got? Well, let's see what Rajashri needs to know. Rajashri, will I get an offer of offer letter from my new job for the new job by next week? The process is delayed already. Ooh. So the offer letter is coming of your new job. So did you already get the job? Like, you got it, and now you're just waiting for the offer letter? I've had that happen too. And you're like, I want to see it in writing, especially salary. I'm in sales. Well, I'm not in sales right now, but my whole career is sales. So a lot of times it's a base salary with commission. So the base salary is something like ridiculous. And then commission. So you always want to see what the commission structure is. Like, how much do I get for this and that? Anyway, so I have been where you are, Rajashri. Okay, we're going to use the Everyday Witch. Rajashri, you're the first reading with my brand new deck. And we need to know, will Rajashri get an offer letter for the new job by next week? Had some delays. We need to know. All right. So, here we go. I'm messy. All right. There's our energy. Love the backs of these. Love them. They shuffle nicely, too. They're a little slippery, but what are you going to do? All right. So, here's our energy around this new job. We have the High Priestess. This is kind of about trying to figure things out. Now, obviously, that is what you're doing. Otherwise, you wouldn't even be asking the question. So I do realize that. But this is telling me that this is the energy that's really kind of, this is really, I don't want to say consuming you, because that's not the right word. But it's definitely present in what's going on. And that makes total sense. I'd be the same way. So That's just kind of a read on the energy around you. But let's find out how it applies to our reading, because that's where we want to be. All right. So are you going to get it by next week? I am going to go ahead and say a big fat yes, yes, and yes. Rajashri, this looks really good. So here's the mystery. Here's the uncertainty. That is you. We know this. So that just kind of confirmed that. But with your uncertainty, we also partner it now with our Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is about bringing things together. It's about coming together. Now, Cups, if it were a love question, that would obviously be about two people. Remember, guys, this is all about symbolism here. So it doesn't necessarily have to apply to a romance, as your question is clearly not a romantic question. However, it does involve that harmonious joining together, you know? So that looks to me like a job offer coming. Here, it even gets stronger. We've got our Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups, I always say, if I had to write one word on this Nine of Cups, well, I guess it's not a word. It's one sentence. Satisfaction in relationships. That's what I would say. Now, obviously, it's not love. You're not asking a love question, but your relationships. Now, this is emotion. So this is stuff that would obviously be important at your job. You got to get along with everybody and all that great stuff. So this is telling me that you're going to get along well with people. Things are going to be okay in terms of that. And then here we have our Six of Cups. This is about people really liking you, enjoying your presence in the office, in the workplace. I'm not sure what kind of job this is. But also it's kind of about saying, I can help you. It's a helping card. Somebody who's been there longer. Imagine this. This is the older brother and the younger sister. Like, oh, I'm helping you with these flowers and whatnot. Well, symbolism, guys. Someone who's been there a while is going to be helping you. Well, that makes total sense at a new job as well. So this is looking very, very good. It's all about sharing, and the harmony's there. It's going to make this energy go away, which is what we want, because it's bothering you. I think you can feel confident, and I think you can, kind of put it on the back burner now. Just feel like it's already done, and now you're just waiting. It's already done. You're expecting it next week. Imagine yourself opening up your email, or if they're FedExing it or whatever they're doing, imagine it coming and opening the door. It's just like yup, it's happening, and you don't even need to worry. Good luck, Rajashri, and congratulations. That's very exciting. Very exciting. All right, we have a donation. And this one is from WL. So let me find out who you are, my dear. Wendy. Okay, your name is the same on your PayPal and your YouTube. A lot of times they're not. Mine's not, so not unusual. There we go. Thank you so much for your donation, honey. Oh, I love your picture, little bunny. Love it. My daughter has a floppy ear. I don't know what, I guess that's the only thing you can say is floppy eared, but I think she's a dwarf. Yeah. Anyway, super cute. Never had an experience with a bunny until my daughter got one. All right. So let's find out your question, my dear. Will V and I reconcile and end up in a relationship? And when can you expect that to happen? We're going to use the Tarot in Wonderland. Tarot in Wonderland. Okay. Tarot in Wonderland. We need to know, will V and Wendy reconcile and end up in a relationship? When would this happen? Is this a relationship coming for V and Wendy? V and Wendy. We need a reconciliation. Okay. All right. Let's find out what we've got. Here's our energy. And here's our spread. This one was one of my first favorites, too. This one and Anna Kay. Love them. Anyway, what? How weird. We got the High Priestess again for our energy. Don't know if you were listening to that last reading. It was obviously a different deck, different question, different shuffle. But we had the High Priestess as the energy. Okay, so this is, it makes very common sense. This is very common sense, I mean, to see why this card popped up. this is the energy for the whole spread, and it's kind of getting a read on the energy of the moment for you. And what this is saying is, you know what, you're kind of surrounded by a little bit of mystery. You're feeling a little bit kept out. Obviously, if you guys have broken up, you know, it's kind of like looking through the glass there to see, you know, the other person being kept out and that sort of a thing. So that's pretty obvious. That makes a lot of sense. So let's find out. I love the tarot. The tarot picks up on so many things. Love it. All right. So what we've got going on. All right. So what I'm thinking about, we're going to have to do an endgame card to kind of get an idea on when. But this is saying, now, will you reconcile? It's mystery, feeling kept out. That applies to all of our cards. Here we are with the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups, I think this is probably having something to do with you and V. This is about kind of having that emotional kind of thing going on. Up and down a little bit. Feeling upset. Again, it is cups, so that's what says to me that it's about this relationship. The moods, the up and down, and, just not feeling good about the situation. The Queen of Cups, though, she is somebody who wants to make sure everybody else is happy. We've got our Hermit here. I almost said our Queen of Hermits. Our Hermits. And this is kind of about going it alone right now. Kind of going it alone, figuring it out, kind of trying to reflect on things, figuring it out. Well, that's what you're kind of doing, right? We've got our Wheel of Fortune here. The Wheel of Fortune is telling me that things are coming back around. Back around. What does that sound like? A reconciliation. So what I'm thinking is, it's probably not going to be right away, but like I said, we are going to pull an endgame card. I think right now, obviously, we talked about that mystery. This is going it alone and kind of trying to analyze, like, what might have been wrong, what was my part in it, what can I potentially do to, help make things move along more quickly. Got a lot of emotion going on, though, for both of you. Lots of emotion. And this is true in life for all of us. When there's a lot of emotion, it's really hard to see the logical aspect of the next steps, or to pull back and see it kind of realistically, because those emotions, it's like wearing emotional sunglasses. We can't see clearly because the emotions are blocking it, So this is about kind of getting those emotions in check. This is how you're going to do it. You're going to spend some time really thinking about it. And then here is the opportunity for things to reconcile and come back together. Now, I think you're both kind of going through some things. Let me see what you said. What would happen if you contact him? All right. Well, we don't have anything about communication right here. We do have this Wheel of Fortune, which tells me that, looking like it's possible. So we're going to do a couple endgame cards. We're going to ask first, should Wendy contact V? Is that a good idea? Yes or a no, please? The Empress, that's how things grow. It looks like you might want to do that. Use your best judgment. You know you, and you know V. So, don't just say, yep, I saw the Empress, so where's the phone? Think about it, make sure. But the energy is looking like if you do that, this might have a chance to, this might trigger the growth of getting things back on track. That's what our Empress is about. It's about growing things. It's about ballooning things. It's about moving things forward. So that's awesome. So yeah, so it looks like if you contact him, that might help. You did ask when, so I want to know, is it going to be this week? Go. Sun card. All right. Looking good. Looking good. Okay. This is your week. I think you should try something this week. That is what the cards are suggesting. We got the Sun when I asked about this week. The Sun is all about success and hope. And then when I asked, should you call? We got Empress energy. So right now, I think everybody, you and V, are feeling a little bit like, man, I don't know what's going to happen, man. And feeling like I got to be alone to figure it all out. We got to see what we got to do. And then we got some emotions. Oh, of course you do, right? It makes sense. But here's the reconciliation. So in order to get to this part, you need to potentially call, start talking. You can grow this relationship back to a place or to a better place than where it was with our Sun card. But it is suggesting, I asked specifically this week, and I got the Sun. So this week looks like a good week. Yeah. All right. Well, good luck, Wendy. Thank you so much for that donation. I hope it goes well. All right, Wendy. All right, we have another donation. I don't know why I'm talking like that. All right. This is for AS. Let me see if your name. Yep. Got a heart on there. How cute. Okay. You're welcome, Wendy. You're welcome. All right. Allison Loves. Woohoo. All righty. Thank you so much for your donation. This bumps your question to priority. So we're going to read yours first. Allison, let me see if I can find your question. If not, go ahead and start typing it for me as I look up. And I'm not seeing it. I'm scrolling all the way up. I don't see it. So go ahead and type that for me, Allison. And I love how you did that. Let me just tell everybody. And if you donate, please write I donated and your question or at least your initials maybe. The PayPal notes are not coming through properly. A story of my life, man. I got to stop saying that. That's law of attraction. I'm bringing more to me. But technology is not my friend lately. But I'm trying to become best friends with technology. We'll see. All right. So we've got Allison who is going to be typing up her question. And we've got Tia next. Thank you so much. Hi, Pavali. How are you? How are you doing? Sydney Zeckman, nice to see you. Go ahead and write your question. Donation readings do take priority, and we've got a couple people who donated, so they'll be going first. And if I don't have donations, I do select free questions, and I select them randomly. Oh, that's good to hear, Pavali. I'm glad you're doing well. Wish upon a star. Good to see you. Crystal. I was thinking Christian. I was reading it wrong. Crystal Slaughter. Did you change your first name? Crystal? Was it always Crystal? I thought it was Christian. I don't know. Who knows what my brain's doing? All righty. Allison Loves and Tia, please put your question there in the chat. And we'll see what we've got. I'm going to show you some more of this awesome deck while I'm waiting. Oh, you posted your question, Allison, and I'm not seeing it, sweetheart. Let me look. I'm seeing, oh, I found it. You're right. All right. Well, I'll show you the deck later. Thank you, Allison. I missed it. All right. Well, thanks for the donation, and let's see what we've got here. My question is, what are C's feelings for me? Ooh. All right. We're going to use Modern Spellcasters, another newer deck of mine. For those of you that might not have known this, my birthday was just October 9th, and I got some nice, generous gift cards from my parents and my sister. And what did I buy? Of course I bought tarot decks. Bought a few other things too, but of course I bought tarot decks. What? All right, C, what are your feelings for Allison? C, we need your feelings for Allison, please. We need those feelings. All right. There's our energy. Here's our spread. Okay. All right. Wow. The feelings, right now, this is looking really good. The Justice card is all about things being kind of balanced and equal and fair. I'm not sure if you are dating C, if C's a crush, or if you're in a relationship and you're just trying to get a read on C's feelings. Not sure. But it has something to do with, keeping things even and equal. Now, if you're arguing or if you're having problems, obviously you can understand where that would come in. If it's a new person or somebody you're not even connected to, this is telling me that the energy surrounding this situation is very balanced, which is Awesome. We need that. Okay, Allison is saying, yes, he is my ex. Okay, so we need that fairness. Not sure why you might have broken up, but if it was unbalanced, then that's what the card is saying. Let's see how it plays in. Let's see how it plays in. All right. So right now, okay, we're looking for balance. This is the balance. This is the fairness. This is justice. I mean, so that's a bigger deal, saying something has to be fair when we're talking about justice. That's uneven. Things are uneven, out of balance. We've got our 6 of Wands. The 6 of Wands, this is all about kind of getting to that point where you have a victorious type of feeling like, yes, I did it. I know what's going on. But what I'm seeing, somebody's running away from the 10 of Swords. The 10 of Swords is telling me it's kind of like the end of a dream. You don't want to repeat old mistakes. So we've got some success, and then we have something that kind of indicates, no, don't do that kind of thing. Talking about fairness, remember. So why is that? Those are kind of, on the opposite sides of the spectrum. Well, let's see what we've got here. We've got our Knight of Pentacles. And this is somebody who really wants to plan before taking action. So I'm thinking, now he's kind of running out. Notice he's facing the other way. So he's running out of there, running to the victory. So I'm thinking right now that C does feel that there might be a road back, that there could be, again, we want that balance. Now, did C do something, or did you do something that could have helped, that was out of balance or not fair, or something was out of whack? Might have been both of you, who knows? It takes 2 to tango, obviously. So I think that success is there, but right now it's kind of just saying, this is where you are, and right now it's kind of a feeling of kind of like the end of a dream. Don't repeat past mistakes if you want that dream back. So this to me is really strong, saying you have to resolve this. So how are you going to do that? Are you going to be able to speak to C? Are you guys in contact? Not sure. Let's find out what the cards are saying. So this needs a conversation to get things back in balance. Things are not feeling fair, but there is a road back. But, clearly we're not getting there yet. So we need an endgame card. Well, let's see. How do we want to ask it? Is a reconciliation possible? There we go. Is a reconciliation possible? Yes or no? Yep. Magician. What? That's awesome. That means that, that's how you create new things. That's how you make a new relationship from a new standpoint, a new perspective. The magician is the granddaddy of manifesting things. So you got to work on getting it back in balance because something wasn't fair. And if you don't fix that, you're going to repeat the same problems. Now, how is this contact? This is communication. Communication needs to happen in order to get this back on track. Don't know if you guys are speaking currently. Not sure. What'd you say? He cheated. So there you go. That's why we have the Justice card. We have the Justice card. And that is why we have, now I'm just going to take that down just so we can see. This is the feeling of, it's the end of a dream. This is it. There is a road back. It is a little bit slower. It's kind of calculated and planning. It's coming from a place where I think he's trying to, or he's going to be trying to persuade you in some way, reminding you of the good times and stuff like that. But if he's a cheater, I have very strong opinions about cheaters. I will not give you my mom lecture like I want to, but I won't because we want to know what the cards think, not what I think. So this is saying there is an opportunity for something new. He's a cheater. Let me see what's going on with this cheater. We need to know, is he going to continue to be a cheater? Empress, grow more things. So that's not looking good. Let's clarify it though. All right. So I don't know, man. I don't know. It looks kind of like he might be interested in other people when he sees them. So I don't think it's like, I think he gets kind of distracted, like, hey, squirrel, you know, that kind of a thing. Yeah, but I'm thinking that C does think there is a way back. I think C is thinking about the past, but this fairness is canceling things out. There is an opportunity to get it back again if that's what you want to do. But this is suggesting that you might have that cheating thing in the back of your mind, you know, and it looks like that he might be distracted by a pretty face, by a new challenge, that kind of a thing. Wow. All right, Allison, I hope that helped. Oh, you don't want him back. You just want to know what he's thinking. All right. Oh, and he's trying to come back. See? I knew it. Well, good. And then now I will tell you what I say about cheaters. If you cheat once, you're going to cheat again. And that is the biggest violation other than physical and emotional abuse. The cheating is a big fat, no way, get out, one and done. One and done. Flick, 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 flick. That's what I say. That's my opinion. Woo! All right, Allison, good luck. And I'm sorry you're having to deal with that. Tia, thank you so much for your donation. Ooh, what does my higher self want me to know? Oh, I love messages. I love them. Let's use Arcanum. I love messages. Okay, messages from your higher self. What does Tia need to know? What are some things that will be useful? What can she expect? What should she be working on? I need Tia. All right, let me give it another shuffle. All right. Okay. Here is our energy. You know what? We're not going to do energy. Yeah, we are. I was thinking I wanted to lay it out a little differently, but I like this way the best anyway. So let's just keep it. If it's not broken, don't fix it, right? All right. So now I asked specifically in my mind, what does Tia need to know? What are some things to be aware of? What are some things that you might want to work on? Okay. So we've got Knight of Energy, Knight of Wands energy. I tripped over my words. The Knights are always about important messages. And this is saying somebody, you know, this is about having adventure. This is about being kind of bold and spontaneous and ready to get out there and get things done. Now let's see how it applies to the rest of the spread. But that's the general sense of energy for that. Ooh. Tia, are you looking to date somebody? Do you have somebody that you're with already, or are you looking? Well, the reason I automatically say that is because we have got the Knight of Cups, and the Knight of Cups is the ooh la la card. That's what I call him. Now, remember, guys, it's always gender neutral. Just because the Knight is a man in this card, it could be a woman, and King could be a woman, you know. So don't let that fool you. This sounds to me like somebody might be kind of looking at you. Something might be looking at you. I'm also getting the impression that you might be looking at, looking at building a foundation with somebody, but could also be, are you looking to move? Are you looking to find a new home, perhaps? That's what this could indicate. And with this Knight of Wands, the important information is coming. So this is telling me that you are generally kind of an optimistic kind of person. And if you're feeling like, well, I'm not really, then this is telling you right here with our general energy that go get it, man. You should be optimistic and hopeful because you have the you manifest things. You have a positive mindset. And if you're feeling like, well, not really, I don't feel I'm positive, I'm feeling pretty negative. Well, then this is saying, stop it. You have an opportunity to build things when you want them and you have your heart set on them. You get them going. You make it happen. So this is saying, to stay optimistic, to stay spontaneous. Your spontaneity is what helps bring things to you. Again, if you're feeling like, well, I'm not really very spontaneous, then this is saying you should be, you need to be. Go get it. Go get it. That is what it's saying. So if you're working on something, if it's a relationship, if it's a home, if it's some kind of stability in your home life, this is saying now is the time to go get it. Go get it. That's exactly what this is saying. Whoa, that gave me chills, Tia. Wow, go get it. I like it. Woo, that was awesome. I love it. I wish that were my reading. Oh, that was good. All right. And I want to tell you, Tia, your donation amount is my absolute favorite number. I knew it was going to be a good reading because I saw that number. I saw it and I knew it. All right. All righty. That's all the donations we have right now. So let us get a question. Tia, oh, good. All right. Awesome. You're welcome. Go get it. Go get it. All right. So let's pick a freebie. We're going to get a freebie. Chess moves. It's your birthday. What? So you are a Scorpio, right? Yeah, the 22nd, I think. Well, anyway, you're a Scorpio. Wow. Scorpio. Let's get a general read for the birthday person. All right. So chess moves. I hope you've got some good plans. We're going to use Steampunk Tarot. And there we go. All right. All right, guys. If you're just arriving, welcome. Please go ahead and write your question there in the chat. This is free tarot readings. Donations do take priority. So those donations go first. So if you're in a hurry or you just want to guarantee yourself a reading, then you can go ahead and donate. You do have that option. It is certainly not mandatory or required. We will do what we can, and I will get to as many freebies as I can. All right. Aw, Tia, I love you. You're the go-get-em girl. All right. Birthday for Chess Moves. Happy birthday to you. We need a general read. We need to know what the tarot thinks for Chess Moves reading. How'd you like that, Chess Moves? Yeah. My dog's looking at me like I'm insane. All right, general reading for you, my friend. All right. So, what do we got? What do we got? Ooh, okay. Page of Swords energy. Page of Swords. Pages are always bringing sort of like new information. It's always kind of about, being swords, that's about communication. It's also about new ideas and things like that. So let's see how it pulls in. But our Page of Swords is somebody who's really wanting to get out there and do something different. Like somebody who's a fast learner and wants to try everything. You know what I mean? So let's see. Maybe that's like you. Maybe you know. Maybe not. Maybe somebody you know. Ooh, we got our Ooh La La card again. Ooh, different deck, but same position and Ooh La La. The Ooh La La card. All the Knights of Cups are Ooh La La. And I like it because this Knight of Cups shows a female. So that's kind of nice. Remember, I said it's gender neutral. Okay. Ooh, birthday. This is exciting. All right. So this is saying, you know what? Brace for change. Because you know what? Somebody's coming into your life. Now, I don't know if you're with anybody or if you're not. If you're looking for somebody, I think that somebody is coming in. Whatever's happening is happening very fast. We have our 8 of Wands. This says brace for change. This says speedy delivery. Remember, when I do an energy card that, you know, for overarching energy, this applies to each of our cards. So this excitement, this jump in, and I want to learn new things. I want to do things. That's happening. It's going to make a change. It's running. Look at, it's like shooting right into her. Here's our change. The change. That is something very romantic. That is something very much feeling like sweeping you off your feet kind of thing. If you're with somebody, then I would say expect some kind of real kind of romantic thing coming up, or maybe a birthday kind of celebration, or maybe you're going to be meeting somebody. So, depending on where you're at in your current relationship status. And here we've got some exciting things happen. These are about choices. The Seven of Cups. This is all about, feeling like, you don't want to make the wrong choice because you got so many things to choose from. So I think what's happening here, you're going to have a lot of things to choose from in your general kind of being. Now, I don't know that this is about this. I'm not saying you're going to have all kinds of Knights of Cups to choose from. Maybe, but I don't think so. I'm thinking what this is actually saying is this is one message and this one is another. But this applies to the entire thing. So I think these choices, something's coming your way. You're going to have to be making some decisions and some choices. You might find yourself afraid to make a choice because you don't want to choose the wrong one. But this reading is here to tell you that you need to remember you are a fast learner. You jump in, you're super excited, and you're ready to conquer things. Then here is our romantic department. I think something new is coming in. And again, if you're in a relationship, then that might mean a new kind of chapter, a new kind of excitement. But Knight of Cups is ooh la la. The ooh la la card is for you. All right, chess moves. Happy birthday. I hope that reading helped. Alrighty, so we've got a donation. And this one is from Shen Monet. Am I saying it right this time? I think so. Shen Monet or Mona, one of the two. All right, my dear, go ahead and write your question. And thank you so much for the donation. Kristen, you want to play the lottery. Ooh, you're going to want to play the lottery. Well, I don't ever win, and I guess that's because I never play. Every once in a while I'll get one, but my husband, I think, gets one every morning. He doesn't let me know, but I suppose he would let me know if he won. All right. We're going to just wait on your question, honey. I think there's a delay in YouTube. When I'm talking, it must be a little delay. Because yesterday I asked questions and people were kind of, well, it doesn't matter. If there's a delay, I'm sorry. I'm trying to read. All right, my dear. Well, let's see what your question is. What are SB's current intentions and feelings for me? Ooh, let's find out. Current intentions and feelings, we're going to use the Light Seers Tarot. Light Seers Tarot. So, stupid COVID is keeping me from seeing my family. My mom and dad and my sister and brother-in-law, they're all about 2.5 hours away. The travel's not the problem. It's, obviously COVID. And, I'm so upset. I want to see them so bad. Plus, exciting, my mom has a bunch of tarot decks for me. My mom is a tarot reader. She's been reading cards since 1989. She's one of the people who taught me. But anyway, she's super good. Super, super good. All right. Back to business. What are SB's current intentions and feelings for you? Oh, Anam, welcome. So glad you're here. Make sure you go ahead and hit subscribe so we'll stay connected. All right. Let me give it one quick shuffle because I was distracted. Current intentions and feelings for you, SB. Okay. We need to know, please. There's our energy. Here's our spread. All right. So, all right. We have Hermit energy for the spread. It will apply to each of our cards. We'll see how it impacts them. But what the Hermit is saying is that, sometimes you need to be, well, obviously it looks pretty solitary, right? He's by himself there, or she, I'm not sure. But it's not always about that. Notice there almost always the Hermit is holding a lantern. The lantern is about bringing people to you, showing the way. Come here. Here's the lantern. I'll show you the way so you don't fall down the stairs. Just come on in. So let's see how it applies to our reading, and we'll see what it does to influence things. All right. Ooh, we got our Page of Swords again, too. Different deck, different spot, different question, but that's interesting. Sometimes I see the same cards come up a lot, like in different decks, different questions, and it's kind of interesting. Anyway, so our Hermit energy is going to apply to the entire spread. First off, we have the Death card. This is all about closing a chapter and starting a new chapter. So starting something new. And this is something that we want to give to others. We want to be actively involved. Notice the infinity symbol there. The Six of Pentacles is our helping card, our giving and receiving card. And the infinity symbol, you know what that means. That's infinity. That means things are going around and swirling back and forth. The energy is going. We've got our Page of Swords. Now our Page of Swords is all about new information, new messages. Notice our Page of Swords is walking over here. We're bridging the gap. We're bridging these two cliffs, or let me hold it up, whatever these are, both sides, and walking over. She's so confident in what she's doing, she doesn't even need to look. She doesn't even stop reading her book because she's like, hey, I know what I'm doing, right? But notice this, walking off into where? Into nowhere, right? I don't even have a card there. So that tells me that the field is wide open. That, and again, I'm not sure if you're together already or if you are broken up or if this is a new person. But whatever the case is, it looks like a new opportunity is coming, meaning this is, you're either going to A, but get back together, B, new chapter in your current relationship is going to revolve a little bit more out of give and take, or a crush situation. And the reason I say that how it applies to all three is because, again, you're not right in front of me, so we can't like have banter back and forth. I mean, I don't know. And I want it to make sense for all different scenarios for you. But what I'm getting, the real thing is whatever's going on now is going to end, whatever the situation is. If it's not talking, if it's you haven't talked yet, if you're fighting, if you just are a crush, that part is ending and something new is starting. We've got some give and receive, give and take coming up, which is perfect for a relationship. And then our page can't wait to get out there, get started, and the field is wide open. The Hermit energy is telling me that you need to continue to have an attitude of self-reliance. You've got to have that confidence level up. Confidence is different than cockiness, So being confident is the most attractive thing. I can't speak for everybody in the world, but confidence, if you think about it, that's one of the biggest draws. When somebody's got confidence, it's like a moth to a flame, right? What's a moth to a flame? Our Hermit with the lantern. Yeah. So if you're drawing this new person in, I think it's coming. Intentions are good. We've got our give and take. We've got a balance and we've got excitement to get started. Field wide open. Getting back together, same message. If you're okay and happy in your relationship and you're just wanting to know what's going on, I think it's going to pick up a bit. So, yeah. So it's looking really, really good. Really, really good. Let's get an endgame card for you. Let's do an endgame if I can pick up the deck. All right, so give me one final, wrap it up. What's the end game here? What are the current intentions? I know they're good. We know this, but we need a little clarity. Please go. Oh, Knight of Wands. They're good intentions, my dear. The Knight of Wands. He is somebody who's very inspired, somebody who gets things done, somebody who's outgoing. So this card is telling me, think of the thing that represents somebody who's outgoing, a person like that. That would be somebody who's really making an effort and things like that. So if you're not seeing the effort yet, I think you can expect to. Our Hermit, again, talks a little bit about being alone for a little while. So you might have a little bit of time to wait, but it looks good. Looking good. Yeah. All right. Well, I hope that helped. Okay, let me see what's going on here. And I think we are okay. Well, who knows if I'm okay, right? Yeah, we're okay. All righty, let's get to another freebie. Let me pick something for you. Again, I go up and down, so I try to be really fair. Let's see, what's going on here? Magnolia, how are you? Is E still in contact with his ex romantically? Ooh, all right, let's find out. We're going to use zombie tarot. All right, is E still in contact with his ex? Are they in a romantic contact? Magnolia needs to know. Magnolia, do they have kids? Do they have kids together? Are they a divorced couple? Hey, Queen Bean, how are you? Hey, Kitty Wilson, how are you? Batia, I hope I said that right. Priscilla Joe, good to see you. Love your name. Modern Priscilla Tarot. It's funny, I chose that name. My name is not even Priscilla. My name's Denise, but I love that name. It's a old vintage kind of Modern Priscilla is actually an old magazine for housewives in the 20s and 30s. Super cool. Okay. Oh, good. So Magnolia answered no, they do not have kids. All right. Because, yeah, you know, obviously that would mean clear contact had to be there. But, okay. So, E, contact with your ex. Is there contact with E's ex romantically? Magnolia needs to know. All right. So let's find out. Here's our energy. And there is our spread. All right. What have we got? Ooh, okay. We have the Hierophant. The Hierophant is all kind of about getting advice from somebody. It's kind of like learning from somebody. It's like that kind of a feel. Let's see how it pulls in. I'm wondering, my first thought, just based on your question, is I wonder if he's talking about advice in some way for some reason. All right, so romantically, I am not seeing any real romance cards. I'm not seeing a lot of romance. In fact, what I am seeing is that the breakup is pretty solid. It's a solid breakup, meaning there isn't any real wiggle room for things to, say, get back together or, you know, be playing both of you, you know, that kind of a thing. Tell you why I say that. This is about truth. This is about advice and education. This is truth. The truth is, this person is more being like the emperor. This is somebody who kind of makes order out of chaos, makes things get back, everybody happy, everybody calm down. We're going to fix the situation. Our Eight of Cups, the Eight of Cups is telling me this is where the E walked away from the ex. This is walking away from somebody. So I don't know if maybe why you're asking the question is because you found out E is talking to the ex. Might be, you know, I still don't like that personally. I'm like, you don't need to do that. But maybe it's about asking for advice or, you know, shooting the shit. I mean, I don't know. Still kind of for me, but you might not have a problem with that. But what this is showing me, this breakup is in effect. It is not changing. In fact, it's very clear that this is over with our Eight of Cups. That's walking away from something. Now, whether E broke up or the ex broke up, that doesn't matter. It's walking away from that relationship, looking for something better. Better would be, I'm assuming, you. So, yeah, so no, I do not think so. I don't see it. However, if they're talking at all, that might be talking in kind of like, can you give me some advice? Or what do you think? Or, I just saw Johnny. You remember when we saw him 10 years ago? You know, something silly like that. But it would be something like maybe getting some advice or, you know, that kind of a thing. But yeah, clear walk away, clear strength in where things are now, which is broken up. See? Yeah, totally. Yeah, you did not find out they were still talking. In a way, they were still, I did find out they were still talking. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense right there. Right there. Still the walk away, and this is the strength. It is solid right now. The breakup, I mean, is solid. Create order out of chaos. The breakup, they broke up for a reason. It was chaotic in some way, clearly why they broke up. Here he walks away, and here he's strong in his convictions that he is broken up. So whatever they broke up about is sticking here. And they might be talking about advice or some kind of something like that. Oh, Magnolia, good luck. I hope that helped. I love the tarot cards. They just really give it to you. Every once in a while you get a reading and it's kind of like, well, I don't know, that was really, that was sort of iffy or, whatever. That happens. But, sometimes the tarot tells us what we need to know, not what we want to know. And sometimes things haven't manifested yet. So that's why we're like, meh, But most of the time it is like, right there. All right. So good luck on that. And now let's see what else we've got. I hope everybody's still here. From the earlier part of the show, we are going to pick one from way back here. Ritz Ready. How are you, Ritz Ready? Is H moving on, or is he still hoping to get back? Whoa. All right. Let us find out. We're going to use the Edgar Allan Poe tarot. Edgar Allan Poe. This is one of my newer ones. Love it. I love them all, but when they're new, it's like a new toy. Like, yeah. All right. Ritz Ready. Is H moving on or still wanting to get back with Ritz Ready? Still hoping to get back with Ritz Ready. All right. Let us see. Oh, boy, I'm a messy shuffler. Okay. Messy. Oh, I have a headache today. I don't know why. I think I didn't get enough sleep. I need like 10 hours of sleep. I swear to God, I'm like a baby. All right, we've got 10 of Pentacles energy. 10 of Pentacles. This is all about kind of wanting things to be in line, money, home, house, happiness, wanting everything to be in line. Get that huge happiness, that solid commitment, things like that. Now, this card in this deck, it doesn't look so great there. It's like coffins with weird scarabs and skulls and all that. But usually in the traditional imagery, this is showing a family. They're financially stable and they're happy. Again, remember, this is about symbolism. So, it's not necessarily saying you have to have a family, but you know what that means, the feeling you'd have. So, is he still hoping to get back? Is he still hoping to get back? Yes, he is. I do believe it. He is trying to get back. I think here, the 10 of Pentacles is the energy that applies to the whole spread. So this tells me that is the goal, that feeling that, of being all whole and having that achievement in life and feeling good. But here we've got our decision card. We've got justice. This is all about fairness and equality. I don't know, did H maybe feel like, this wasn't fair in some way? Did H do something that caused this breakup? Or, did you do something that caused the breakup? There is something going on where something is felt to be not fair. Not fair. I want to fix it. It wasn't fair. So here we've got our King of Cups next to that. The King of Cups, this is somebody who does not like criticism, does not handle being criticized very well. He is somebody who's kind of passive, very smart, charming, has all that going on, but kind of wants to take a step back and watch what's going on. Perhaps did you guys break up because he wasn't showing you that emotion, or maybe he wasn't going out as much? The King of Cups is often somebody who's kind of an introvert and who pulls back with emotion. So I'm not sure. But here, this is one of the slam dunks of why I say hoping to get back. We have the Lovers. The Lovers. Clearly, as the name implies, it's about two people being in love. It's also about something that's kind of an undercurrent of feeling like there's a bond. Do you see what I mean? So I'm thinking what's going on here is that H is hoping to get back together. It is something, you know, I only have one cups here, and this cups in particular is saying more about H, like not wanting to be criticized, wanting to pull back, a bit of an introvert. So my sense is that, yes, wanting to get back. Let's do an in-game card just to clarify. All right, so we're getting the real feeling here that H is wanting to get back together. Is that correct or not? Does H want to get back together? Yes or no, please? What do we got? What do we got? We've got our Six of Pentacles. So Six of Pentacles is about giving and receiving. Do you know what else Six of Pentacles is saying? Don't let pride get in the way. Don't let pride get in the way. So if you guys, you know, somebody, you know, it wasn't fair feeling, right? Still, you have to have fairness, and you should never give up standing true to your beliefs or to what your boundaries are and so forth. However, this is saying that somebody might need to take a look at that, might need to, let's say that pride is something to pull back on that. So a reflection on that. Don't let pride get in the way. Let's get one more clarifier on that. Five of Cups. Yeah. Don't let pride get in the way, because you might be missing out on something. That's what our Five of Cups is saying. Don't let pride get in the way, and you might be missing out if you do. Ooh. So I don't know. If you want to get back together, it looks like that is something that is coming. Or the possibility, the opportunity to get back together, I should say. Yeah. Ritz Ready. Well, if that's what you want, then yay. If it's not what you want, well. Oh, good luck, my friend. All right, so let's get another question. All right, where are we? I'm going to scroll to the middle now. We're in the middle. I'm getting it from the middle. Let's see. Puja. Hello, Puja. How are you? The intention of the Sagittarius for me. Okay, we're going to use Crow Tarot. Crow Tarot wanted to come out and see us today. My other decks are jealous of my new decks. Gotta give them some love. All right, for Puja, the intention of the Sagittarius for me. Okay. Crow Tarot is going to tell us what we need to know. Okay. We've got our energy here, and we've got our spread. All right. Oh, the intention of Sagittarius. We've got our Ace of Swords as the general energy. This is all about communication. This is all about having a brand new thought, an idea, you know, wanting to pursue something and contacting people. I mean, this is communication. So I don't know if you're looking for contact, like if this is the first time, you know, if it's a crush kind of situation, if it's somebody that you're with and you're just trying to feel out their commitment or intention, definitely something's coming where you need to talk. So contact of some sort about talking. Okay. So you need to have some communication. You guys are also going to need to have some truth going on, and I'll tell you why. First of all, we've got our Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is awesome for a good intention for romance. This is, well, Cups, first of all, is the suit of love and emotion. The two is about partnership. So that's awesome. But our Two of Cups is about bringing something together in harmony. So this is all about, again, people coming together, positive, very positive intentions there. But the reason I said our truth is going to be important. You need to be sure that you know everything about Sagittarius. Is there something you might not know? You know, things like that. Because this devil card here, now again, the devil is not the devil. It's not evil. You don't have to be afraid of the devil card. What the devil card is saying is there is something kind of hidden or that's holding this person. So whether or not, now a lot of times the devil card indicates like an addiction or something. Now I'm not saying that Sagittarius has some kind of addiction, but think about the symbolism. What is an addiction? It's being tied to something that you feel you can't get away from, even though you could literally get away from it. Think about smoking cigarettes. So someone's addicted to smoking cigarettes, you're stuck, you're addicted. Well, you could get out of it. You just have to quit. Well, the person who smokes is like, I can't quit. It's too hard. I got to keep smoking. Do you see what I'm saying as the example? So it's about something. I'm not saying Sagittarius is trying to quit smoking, but I am, there's something that you might not know. So we need our sword of truth. We need to know, because that might, who knows, that might change things for you. Don't know. But we also have our Seven of Pentacles. Our Seven of Pentacles is kind of about having little doubts and concerns and, things like that. I think there's something going on, and I think Sagittarius even feels it. Sagittarius even knows that this is in there. So I'm thinking that something is keeping Sagittarius feeling a little bit stuck. Don't know if that's a person or a thing, but something is making your Sagittarius feel stuck. It is something that you need to talk about, to put these worries and fears to bed and to get it out in the open. That is what this sword of truth and communication is saying. And why do you want to do all this? Because you got the Two of Cups. That opportunity is there. That love, that emotion, that harmony is all there. But you definitely need to address this, whatever it might be. Now, the whole spectrum of what could be happening. It could be over here where it's like, say, the worst case scenario, and over here is like mild, like so what, and anything in between. So you need to address that and put these worries to bed. If they're your worries or if they're Sagittarius's worries, they need to come out. They need to be talked about and they need to be put to bed. Yeah, so that you can get to this. Do you see? Yeah, for sure, Puja. I hope that helped. Good luck. Good luck. All righty, so let me see what else we have on the agenda. All right, so, and let me scroll. I just did middle, right? Yes, so let me go to the bottom. We're going to go into the more toward the bottom, and Priscilla Joe, how are you? Yes, the awesome name person. We already talked about your awesomeness. All right. Will Bijwajat, I'm probably saying it wrong. I'm so sorry. Will Bijwajit. Closer. Commit to me. I'm going to call this person B because I don't want to butcher the name. I feel bad. All right, we're going to use the everyday witch. We're going to use the everyday witch. All right, whoops. Okay. Bijwajit. All right, Bijwajit, are you going to commit to Priscilla Joe? Are you going to commit to Priscilla Joe? All right. All righty. If I can stack them up. There we go. Okay, there's our energy. There is our spread. All right, Priscilla Joe needs to know what is going on. The commitment. We've got Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles energy. This is awesome for a commitment. This is all about giving something to somebody. The commitment, to give the commitment, giving and receiving. That is what the Six of Pentacles energy is saying. So let's find out how it applies to the rest of our spread. Okay, so the commitment. This is the giving and receiving. We've got our Empress card. The Empress is all about having success and things going well, things happening. We have our Death card. Remember, guys, Death card is nothing to do with dying. What it is the death of something greatly held and moving on to the next chapter. That's actually very positive. Put something else to rest so that you can start the new chapter, right? So that's awesome. Now we've got our 9 of Wands here. The 9 of Wands is all about not giving up. Somebody who's cautious and kind of waiting and seeing what happens. Somebody who's kind of been through a lot. Look at this girl there. She's got her bandage on her head and all her wands, and she's like, yeah, I'm ready. All right. So what do I think this means? I think that the commitment, you know, this is the giving and receiving. And when you pair it with the Empress, that says a big YES. However, even though this is saying, yes, I am seeing some things here that you might have to contend with. You know, this is telling me, you know, something's ending, something's beginning. Well, what's beginning? Your new relationship, the giving of the commitment, right? However, there is something in order to kind of get there. Somebody's either very defensive, protecting of something, you know, not wanting to share all the way. So I don't feel like smooth sailing, you know, I don't feel like it's smooth sailing, but I do see the intention. The commitment is possible, and I do see that it will come, but with something that is a little bit of a caveat in there. Let's pull an endgame because I need a little more. So let's just do this. What I want to know what this is. What's ending, and why are we very protective about it? What is ending? What is going on? Go. 3 of Swords. All right, that's the heartbreak card. That is something. All right. So commitment, I do believe that is, you know, looking good. I feel like that might come. You guys have some issues here. I think there are maybe some problems on the horizon. The 3 of Swords is kind of like the heartbreak card. The death card is something ending. Well, what would be ending? Here's the good feelings. Here's the let's grow. Here's the giving. Let's have a relationship. Let's start off. Well, then that goes south somehow. That goes, you know, it doesn't, for whatever, something happens. And then somebody is left feeling very defensive. And I said, what is that about? And it's a heartbreak. So I'm wondering if the commitment might be coming, but I wonder if you're not necessarily going to be as happy as you think you are. Let's do one more. Is Priscilla Joe going to be happy with Biswajit, the Magician? I think it's going to, you know what? The Magician is telling me this is somebody who is kind of like a puppet master, somebody who's calling the shots, somebody who's directing things. All right. This person, well, yeah, I do see the commitment may be coming, but I think it's going to be hard on you. I think this person's going to be the boss, going to be controlling things, kind of, you know, making you feel like you have to defend what you want, what you're having. All this greatness goes to bed because death came in and put it to bed. And then here you two feeling defensive. And then I asked for some clarification. I said, what's all this about? And we got heartbreak. And then I said, is the straight out question, the commitment, well, is it going to go well? And this is the Magician, which is kind of like that puppet master pulling the strings. So, sweetheart, I think the commitment is coming, but I think it might not be what you expect. I don't know, you know, now you know about it too. The energy's just giving us a read on the energy around the question and around the moment. Now that you know, you have the opportunity to potentially change things or to readdress things or refocus. All right, I hope that helped. All right, so we are nearing the end of the hour. So let me see here. I'm going to go ahead. I got to put, the phone just buzzed right as I was about to say that. All right, we do. We have a donation, and this is from Gina Lee. Gina Lee, I believe. Even though I know these things, my brain does not connect the dots. This is from CL. I do believe you're Gina Lee, but I'm not sure. CL, please write your question. I believe I know. I knew it was you, Gina. I knew it. All right, for 2 questions. Gina Lee has 2 questions. So let's get to that. I'm going to put that there. All right, my friend, Gina Lee. How are you? Elaine is asking, do I have super chat? No, I do not. YouTube only lets you have super chat when you have 1,000 followers. So I have about 450, 440 to go. But now I do have, what I have is I have PayPal, and my link is in the description. Jane J has been posting it throughout the show. I don't know if she's still here, but it is in the description. So yeah, you sure can. You sure can. Thank you so much, Karen. I will stick around for donations, but the free portion of the show is ending. So I'm going to go ahead and put that up there. So in case anybody new comes in, let's see what's going on. Gina Lee, I think I saw your question there. You're welcome, Elaine. Thank you. Gina. Okay, Gina has 2 donations, so we're going to do this in 2 parts. We've got Gina, and then right after that, we have Kristen. Thank you. I've been mistakenly calling you Christian so many times, and I am sorry about that. I didn't mean to sound like a goofball, but I am kind of a goofball. All right, Gina Lee, let's find out what's going on. Why did C stop talking to me? Is it because I went out with another guy? Ooh, okay. We're going to use the Modern Spellcasters Tarot. We're going to use it. Yes, we are. All right, C, what is going on? Why are you not talking to Gina Lee? Does this have something to do with Gina going out with this other guy? What's the deal? What's going on for Gina Lee? All right. All right. There we go. All right. So our energy, okay. Is it because I went out with another guy? Well, we have the 5 of swords. Guess what this means? It literally means winners and losers. It literally means that. So I'm thinking, I don't know. Is C a love interest or who wants to be with you? Not sure. I'm assuming that's kind of what you mean, but is it a friend? Is it a romantic person? Whoever this is, yeah. It doesn't matter which it is, a person, or they're both people, but I mean a friend or a romantic person. Either way, it's about winners and losers. Somebody feeling like they lost or won, but let's find out. Oh, yeah. Okay, so first of all, side note, isn't this hilarious? This page of swords, look how huge the sword is. I just think that's so funny. But the page is about new information and kind of like the first steps and journeys like that. So I kind of get it, but it's kind of funny. Anyway, so winners and losers. So this person, I'm thinking, now I don't know, is C a little bit immature? Is a little bit kind of immature is what I'm getting. Yeah. However, the Wheel of Fortune is all about learning a lesson, like kind of completing something and learning something from it. Followed by the Wheel of Fortune, we have our Magician. And the Magician is all about creating a new opportunity, wanting to do things. So let's put it all together. I kind of went over that quickly, but I wanted to kind of get back to this. This is our energy. So the winners and losers. The Page of Swords, kind of an immature sort of energy. The Swords is all about communicating. It's all about truth. It's all about, I do think it is, because feeling upset that you went out with somebody else. Think about it. This dude holding this huge sword is feeling like, hey man, what about me? Hey man, what about me? So I think your friend is like, C is like, hey man, what about me? So, that silence, this is about communication. So clearly that makes sense. This winners and losers is also swords. So we've got double communication there. The winners and losers, here we go with the Wheel of Fortune. I think C is kind of feeling like, you know what? I learned my lesson and I'm done with you, and you know, blah, blah, you know, feeling like I learned my lesson. I'm not going to repeat that. I'm done, which is probably why you're not talking. But here is the new things coming in. I think it's going to circle around this feeling right now of feeling like it's lesson learned, that kind of a thing. But it is spinning around to repeat and to come around again. What's it going to come around again to? The Magician. The Magician is going to create this new chapter or this new kind of place for your relationship. So yeah, I think C feels kind of like he lost and somebody else won. Feels like lesson learned. Fine. I'm not going to talk to you right now. Here's your communication. But I think that's going to turn around. I do think you'll be talking again. Yeah. Incredibly immature, Gina says. Well, does he have this huge ass sword that he's holding on to? The page is an immature person. So I just think that huge sword is hilarious. Yeah, history repeats itself. Exactly. So while he's going to go, okay, I'm mad now. That's it. I'm not talking to you. Blah. Here he comes back. Hey, man, what's up? You know, so yeah, definitely. He has Gina says he has a huge sword ego. Wow. Next time when you guys do talk again, you'll have to ask him about, hey, where did you put your sword? Oh, no, don't do that because that sounds sexual. Yeah, I was just going to say our little private joke. He'll be like, what in the hell are you talking about? And we'll be like, laughing. All right, Gina Lee. All right. So I've heard my phone. Gina's got one more, and Kristen has one too. And let me see what we got going on here. Let's see. We've got Karen after that. Thank you so much, Karen. I'm writing these down so I don't get out of order. I try to answer them as they come in so that I'm fair. Oh, I know your name. Oh, I know you. Freedom Williams, how are you? How are you doing? I'm so glad to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. All right, so let's see. Kitty Wilson, thank you so much for your donation. I have that on the list. And now I have one more. Let me just, oops, and then I pressed the wrong button. That was no good. And then we've got Elaine. Thank you. Let me just give you the lineup. I'm going to write it out there. Not sure. Let's see. Let me type it up. You guys can watch me. I know you care, right? But move the pen. There we go. All right. So we've got Gina Lee. Then we got Chris. Oops, did I spell that right? Where is my, yeah, there we go. Kristen. Then we have Karen. And then we have Kitty Wilson. And then we have Elaine. All right. So here's our lineup where we are right now. Oh, there we go. So there's where we are right now. So let's move that out of my way. There we go. Get it out of here. Donations can be in any amount. You have the option to select your amount to put in there. You can write whatever you'd like. I do ask, though, that we do not do anything less than $1. I appreciate all of your donations for any amount, but I have to pay fees on it, and so I kind of lose money. So, yeah. So let's not do that. But, you know, as much as you are willing and as much, I guess, as you think it's worth for your reading, but I leave that up to you. I am appreciative of everything, and it goes right back into the channel. So, yeah. So right now I just have PayPal, which is in my description. Somebody asked about Super Chat earlier, and I wish I had it, but YouTube makes you have 1,000 followers before you can use Super Chat. So there you go. All right, Gina Lee, how are you? Let's get to your second donation question. let's find out what your question is. I'm sorry, I'm doing two different things at once. How is E and Q going to feel when I deactivate my Instagram? Uh-oh. We're going to use, what are we going to use? We're going to use Deviant Moon. That's what we're going to use. That's what we're going to do. Oh, Jane J, you are here. Okay, good. I wasn't sure if you were still here. Okay, reactivate, not deactivate. I was going to say, I'm like, yeah. I thought you had deactivated it. Yeah, okay. So reactivate. Okay, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, ooh. All right, so how are E and Q going to feel when you reactivate your Instagram? Okay. All right, one more shuffle. Okay, we're reactivating that. How are E and Q going to feel when they see that Gina Lee Instagram is back up and running? Okay. Yeah, you took a nice little break from social media. We all need to unplug every now and then. I know I do. Obviously, I still do my show, but you know, I like Facebook right now. I used to be kind of like Facebook crazy. I was on all the time. I posted pictures of everything. And now it's like I don't know, just not interested. It's weird, but I'll probably be back at some point, but who knows? All right, so how are they going to feel? Oh, we have Empress energy, or Emperor, can't even talk, Emperor energy. This is somebody who is a super strong leader. This is, all right, so you're out of here, Mewtwo, sorry. You're out. Okay, I just got rid of somebody, sorry, in the chat. Where was I? Oh, okay, Emperor energy. I just had to block somebody in my chat. So anyway, the Emperor energy, this is the leader. This is somebody who's in control. I remember this is exactly what we talked about before. You know, they don't do well with their jealousy sometimes, right? But they are seeing you as this strong, stable person. You're successful. Oh boy. Yes, totally. Okay. Great news. All right. I think that the way they see you already, they do see that you are stable in your leader and you're on top. But look at this. We've got our Ace of Cups coming in. They love it. I think they have a whole new perspective on things. That is what our death card is saying right here. This is about new beginnings. This is about a rebirth. So our rebirth is coming. Now let's back up here to where I was. The Ace of Cups is a brand new feeling of love and emotion. Now I realize it's not romantic love that we're talking about, but that strong emotion, I think they really like it. I do. You've got the world right next to it, and the world is all about things going well, having the world, having all of your things in line and having achieved success, things like that. And then here again is putting that other stuff to bed, moving on, totally. So I think they see you as somebody who's successful and doing well. And I think they've switched out of their jealous mode. And now they're feeling very positively about your work and what you're posting and about you. Yeah, this is like super clear. And I love that the death card was at the end, because that means they're going to stop doing what they were doing. You know what I mean? Oh, that is awesome, Gina Lee. Awesome. Well, good luck. All right, Kristen, you are up. Kristen Blanton. I'm going to scroll back up and see where your question might be. There you go. I found it. Thank you so much. All right, next up, we're going to have Karen and then Kitty and Elaine. Let me see. I thought I heard my phone, so let me check and see if there's another one in there. Yes, indeed, there is. And this is from Siri. Hello, Siri. Thank you so much. We've got you right here. Where'd it go? I just saw you. Oh, there it goes again. I thought I just saw your question, Siri. Where'd you go? Well, that's okay. I'll find it later. But There you are. Siri, great. So I've got you on the list. We are now, I'm just going to give you a rundown quickly. We've got Kristen, Karen, Kitty, Elaine, and Siri. And then one more. And then Lint. All right. How are you? Thank you so much. All right, let's get to Kristen's reading. Will my financial situation change? Well, I hope so. Let's see what we need. I'm assuming that you want it to be in a different direction than it currently is. Ooh, we haven't used this one in a while. We're going to use today's journey. Today's journey. Oh, good, Gina. I'm glad that makes you happy. Gina, no, you're fine. It's okay. Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry. It's just to help me stay organized. And since I'm the one who pays the fees, you know what I mean? You're not. So I don't feel like, but if it's too much work, let's make this fun and easy breezy. Don't worry, but if you can, but don't worry. Okay. Financial situation for Kristen. Financial situation. All right. Let's see what we've got. Light Soul. Sorry, I was thinking that was your first name on here. See, I should not assume. I'm assuming. So let me write that down. I'm going to change your name. I thought I saw it. That's why I said that. I thought I saw it. Okay, Light Soul. All right, I got it written down. We're good. All right. So will your financial situation change? Boom. Let's find out. Oh, one of fire. This is the Ace of Wands. This is about fire. This is about energy. This is about things happening. This is about movement. This is fire. This is heat. It's an ace, so this is a new opportunity to do things. Now, the only thing that would have been better would have been an Ace of Pentacles, but this is still like really awesome. So we're good. Let's see how it applies to the rest of our spread. Oh boy, look at that. We've got 2 Pentacles here. Pentacles is the suit of money. The 8 of Pentacles is, now eights are all about kind of accomplishing things, kind of mastering things, taking action. So this is about working hard. This card here, the 3 of Pentacles, is about kind of benefiting, seeing some success based off of your previous work. Work hard, and then there's your success. Now, I'm not sure if you are working right now. If you're not, obviously a new job would bring you to that situation or that point. If you're currently working, saying, you know what, I'm just not making enough, I'm, this and that, then you got to work a little harder. So either way, put your foot on the gas, and this is what's going to make this situation change. Also, what this is saying, the advice from the tarot is you need to really be paying attention to the details. Pay attention to the details. You might be missing something. And this work, this hard work and this detail stuff, this is going to lead you to something that you can benefit from. This is, again, about building off of your past work. So if you're at your current job and you're wanting to do these things, obviously put your foot on the gas. That's what that means. Pay attention to your details, that kind of stuff. If you are currently not working and you're thinking, when is this going to change and what am I going to do? This is saying refocus. We've got our 4 of air, which is swords. And this is saying refocus your efforts. You know what? I talk about this a lot. If you've been to the show and heard me, I used to be a recruiter, specifically for IT. And, what I did was when I worked with my candidates, obviously they're looking for work. And I also worked with companies who are looking for candidates. So I worked with both sides. And so I have a lot of things that I can advise. You need to go online. Well, I should stop. Do you have a job? I guess you might not even care if you do. But just in case any of you are listening or wanting to know, Indeed.com, Indeed.com. I am not affiliated. I do not get money from them. Don't know what they do other than they're a great job board. So I can say they're a great job board. So check that out. Lay out your resume. Look at your skill sets. If you're not submitting a resume, you still need to know what skills you have. Look at that. See how else you can, what other words you can use to describe it. Don't lie, don't manipulate, but you can say things. You can say different things that would mean something similar. Okay, you're answering me. You start in November. There you go. Okay, well, that makes it a little more, you're going to have to work and you're going to have to pay attention to the details. This is about working hard and getting your feet in the door. This is about benefiting from that past work. The new opportunity is fire, heat. This is wands. So this, again, is all about fire, things happening. Things are going to move. So I think this new job is going to help bring you some new financial opportunity, but you do need to, again, it's very, very clear that you definitely need to put that work in. So keep your foot on the gas, and then here's your success. Here's your success from all of that. Yeah, definitely. Ooh, all right, Kristen. I hope that goes well. Good luck and congratulations on your new job. That's exciting. All righty, Karen. Karen, you are up next. So let me find your question. Looking for Karen. There it is. I got it. Thank you so much, Karen. Right. Want to know how my boyfriend Virgo views me. We don't argue much, but we've been bumping heads this last week. Want to know if it'll be better or how he views me. Thank you. Aw. Well, you're welcome in advance. Let's find out what's going on with that. We're going to use the modern spell. No, we're not. We're going to be using Everyday Witch. Everyday Witch. Okay. We do not argue much. We're bumping heads lately. Okay, so how is Karen's Virgo viewing her? Well, how is this happening? Will it get better? Why are they bumping heads? Why are they bumping heads? Okay. All right. So why? We need to know. I'll share it with you. My husband and I, we rarely just have a fight or whatever. He is so easygoing and so laid back. I mean, he has opinions, of course, and I'm more like, rah, rah, rah. So, it's funny, like you said, when you start bumping heads and it's like, what's going on here? Sometimes it's just shocking. Like if you're used to not fighting and you're used to your Virgo being kind of, more reserved, it might seem worse than it is just in comparison. Does that make sense? All right. We've got our Knight of Pentacles. All right. So I think things are still okay. I don't think anything's wrong. This is our general energy surrounding the question. This is all about, now it's a page or a knight, I mean. So this is about important messages. This is about change. This is about daily life being pentacles. So this is all about somebody who really wants to plan things and not just rush in, really kind of takes it in. And is your boyfriend somebody who doesn't forget things and, tries to base how they're going to, like, really wants to stand there and think about stuff? That's the way I want to say it. Really kind of wants to think about stuff. Are you finding that? Well, let's find out what we've got. We've got that as our general energy. Ooh. Six of Wands, King of Wands, and Queen of Cups. Whoa, okay. So here's your Five of Wands. Here, this is you kind of bickering, arguing, or bumping heads. Literally what this means. Look at that. Sometimes this card is about practice and learning and things like that, but often, and most often, I would say it's a little bit more about bickering, bumping heads. Look at, they're kind of debating, like, hey man, what do you think we're supposed to do with this? They're debating, they're arguing. Now remember, this is our energy for the entire spread. This is about planning. This is about moving forward calculatingly. I'm wondering if Virgo is somebody who, really likes to kind of think about stuff, taking that in and really trying to decide which way to go after the fact. But we have our King of Wands. This tells me that it will get better. I think it'll be better. Our King of Wands is somebody, again, where I'm getting this, it's somebody who's a real introvert, someone who really likes to think about things, somebody who has empathy for others, but doesn't really like to get criticized themselves. This is somebody who is really a very emotional person, up and down, up and down. So someone who doesn't like to be criticized. I'm thinking that Virgo felt like pretty on top of things, like things are going okay. But then, you guys are maybe not seeing eye to eye on something. Maybe did you say something that might not have been really a big deal to you, but kind of comes off as being like critical, kind of, correcting them or telling them they're somehow incorrect, or, I don't know what else, but, King of Wands energy along here with our Knight, that's telling me that we want to there is success available and possible. So I do think that your boyfriend is fine, good, loves you, still wants to be with you, doesn't think this is an earth-shattering breakup moment. I do see literally here's your bickering, here's your fighting, here's your bumping heads. But again, this is the big lighthouse in the sky. You're the King of Wands energy is really what tells me that, this relationship has every opportunity to do well. Yes. So, okay, let's see what you're saying here. He wants to work more and more, and I don't want him to forget about you. Oh, honey, I don't think he's forgetting about you at all. Here's the work. Pentacles is about work. He's planning work. He's trying to do this. Here you're bickering about work. He's trying to be awesome at work. He wants to do great at work. With our Knight of Pentacles, he's planning all that. And then here's our Queen of Cups. This is somebody feeling a little emotional or a little criticized. The emotion, now maybe that's pulling in energy from you, the emotional energy. Or the other thing I'm picking up on is that criticism. I don't know, if he tends to be a little bit more subdued and introverted and things like that. But somebody didn't feel so good about it. But again, like I said, I don't see anything earth-shattering. This is not earth-shattering. This is not earth-shattering. Everything will be back in order. It's just a matter of getting through this. It's like a bump in the road, but you got King of Wands energy and Queen of Cups. Watch yourself, though, if it is being like a sensitivity issue that you're like, you got a legit concern. You want to, don't forget about me. That's a legit thing. But, our emotions cloud things, and we don't see things as clearly when we are going through an emotional time. So, pull yourself back and make sure you're not overreacting, and maybe you're not, but, just take a look. Time is the healer for everything. We see so much clearer when there's a little time. Yes, you're saying you're emotional and he's not. There you go. So that emotion, that you're the Queen of Cups there, sweetie. You're the Queen of Cups. So am I. I'm the Queen of Cups. I'm emotional. I'm moody. Yeah. All right. So let's see what we've got. This was Karen. Kitty Wilson, you're up next. We've got a little bit in the queue here, guys. We are going to stick around. I am going to guarantee all readings, but just so you know, if you donated, there is a bit of a list. We're getting to it. I answer all donations in the order that they come in. So we're getting to them. In a minute, I'll go ahead and check what we've got on the list, and I'll put it out there for you. What was I doing? Oh, Kitty Wilson. There you are, my dear. I saw a second, so that means you donated twice, huh? I got to look. I haven't checked it again. I'm sure you did. So Kitty Wilson donated. Let me find your question. There. Oh, I see donated for second, and I see your second question, but I'm not seeing the first one. So let me back up a little bit. Let me back up. You're very welcome, Karen. Try to rest easy. Kitty Wilson, found it. There's your first one. Thank you so much, my dear. All right. Will I be approved for my loans? And what's a time frame to receive the funds? Ooh. All right. Are these school loans? Is this home loan or something like that? School. I used to be an academic advisor at a school, or admissions advisor at DeVry University. I also did it at American University. I've done a little bit of everything, guys. Little bit of everything. Okay, will you be approved for your loans, and what's the time frame? We're going to look at, what are we going to use? Ooh, we're going to use the Zombie Tarot. Yup, indeed we are. All right, Kitty Wilson. Will Kitty be approved for those loans, and when? Approved for those loans. Okay, I need to know. Okay. All right, so Kitty, we need some loans. We need some money. All right, what have we got? All right, oh, hazards, that's great. That's pentacles, that's money, that's school, that's your home, that's that kind of a thing. So that's a great energy to have just to start off. We have our 8, and this means the 8 of Pentacles. What this is meaning is, you know, paying attention to the details, being very satisfied with what you're doing. Details. The first thing that comes up for me is paying the details. You know, cross your T, dot your I's, of course, but, you know, really making sure to read that, making sure that everything is in there that you need and that there are no little side caveats that got shoved in there. That's the first thing that comes to mind for me, or from this card. So, and Pentacles is the suit of everyday life, money, Page of Cups, the Emperor. Oh, honey, yeah, you're going to be getting it. Let me see what the time frame is. I don't get that. This is my mini spread, which is the new or nearer future, but we'll do an endgame card and see what we can get. Okay, so 8 of Pentacles energy applies to the entire thing. Again, so we're going to be paying attention to details. We're going to be feeling good about things. Well, what are we feeling good about? I think all of you must be stressed, or you might, you know, obviously you're waiting on something. You need to get things done. You said home and business. Okay, so a home and business loan. You obviously need this. You obviously want this. Well, great news. We've got the Emperor. The Emperor, that's telling us about making order out of chaos, getting things back in line. You know, I don't know, you know, whatever it is, obviously I don't know that, but whatever it is that's causing the issue that you need this loan or that you're needing to do something more or different, this is creating order out of chaos. That is great energy. Again, paying attention to the details, personal satisfaction about how it's going. Look what we've got right here. We've got bookends. We've got cups on either side. This is the page. The page is all about new information and being cups. This is something about, you know, well, it's love and emotion, but I'm not, obviously this isn't a love question, but that's about feeling good about things. This is a new message, feeling good, new message, receiving the funds. Yeah. Then we've got our 10 of Cups on the other side, and this is about stability of home life. This is about, you know, the only thing that would have been better, I guess, would be a 10 of Pentacles, because Pentacles is money. But this is awesome. This is just as great. I mean, this is where you want to be. We all want to get to the 10, right? Love and emotion. Now, I realize again that this is not a love question, but think about when you feel like when you're in love. Everything's right. Everything's good. Getting the money. We need to do an endgame card, though, because I need a little bit more just to get it a little more clearly. Whoops, I made a mess. Okay, so let's get a clear yes or a no. This is saying to me yes, but let's get a little clearer idea. A clear yes or a no, please. Will Kitty be approved for those loans? Ten of Wands. All right. This is about the burden. This is about the burden of success. This is about being in command. This is about being in charge, even when you have a heavy load to carry. It's about saying, I can do this. So, you know, we need another one to clarify. That sounds like a yes to me, but let's find out. Wheel of Fortune. Yep. You are going to get it. You will be approved. I think this loan is also going to take some of that weight off of your shoulders. That makes total sense. The Wheel of Fortune is telling me that what goes around comes around. The end of a journey, things come together. This card implies that things are coming sooner rather than later. So let's see. Now, I don't know what your time frame is. How long does this loan take to be approved? Is it a month, 3 months, next year? So I don't know kind of what time frame to call out, but I want to know, will Kitty be receiving the funds soon? You got the World. Yes, you got the World. This is, how can you do better than having the World, right? If you have the World, then you got all the money, you got all the happiness, you got all the success, you got everything. So yes, my friend, it looks like you will be approved for your loans. It looks like it's coming soon. You're just being asked by the tarot to pay attention to the details, you know, when you're signing those papers and things like that. And it's also giving you that hope that it, you know, it's going to lighten your load. You're going to feel a lot better once this happens. Obviously, I think common sense would tell you that, but, you know. All right, so let me get this out. Thank you so much. I hope that helped, Kitty. And I see you're writing that you would did another donation. So let me check. We've got Elaine up next, then Siri, then Light Soul. Okay, now let me check. I heard some more coming in. So let me get the list, and then I'll type it up on there so you know where you're at. Let's see, what is this one? Is the next one. I try to do them in order. All right, so this one is from Gina Lee. Gina Lee. All right, Gina Lee. Okay, so we've got Gina Lee after that, and then we've got Kitty. My phone's just going. Hello. Okay, so we've got Kitty after that. I'm also just calling it out because I know sometimes you're like, did you get it or what? All right, we got one from RD. RD. And I'm hearing it more. So one more, it looks like, came in, and that's RD. I'm gonna, I gotta remind you guys, please, all right, so we've got, let me just read it off. We've got Elaine, Siri, Light Soul, Gina Lee, Kitty, and RD. And I do want to let you guys know, when you make your donation, please write donated in the chat along with your question. It really helps me. So, oops, Rose D, not RD. And I also have to let you know that, guys, be careful, please. I appreciate anything, and any donation is fine. However, please keep in mind that anything under $1 I have to pay money for. So please keep that in mind. I get slapped with the fees. So, you know, again, I appreciate it. Everything is good, but, you know, just please think of that. All right, Elaine, my friend. Oh, you're so welcome, Kitty. All right, Elaine, let's go find your question. You thought it was the sun. Oh, you meant that Ace of Fire? Yeah, that was Ace of Wands. Wasn't it pretty? It probably was the sun coming in, actually. A big ball of fire. Where'd you go? Elaine's question. Give me a sec. I will find it. I will find it. Elaine. Going up. I see you talking. Do super chat. You were asking that. Here we go. I got it. Whoop, whoop. I found it. All right. So, does Russell still love me? We have not talked since 3 years ago. He got embarrassed after I teased him. Aw. All right. Well, let's find out. We're going to use the Steampunk Tarot, and we want to know about Russell. Russell, are you still in love with Elaine? Okay. Are you still in love with Elaine? right, Russell. It's been 3 years. Okay. 3 years. And how is Russell feeling? There's our energy. Here is our spread. Okay. We've got our 5 of Wands. I think that, you know what, let's see what the rest of the cards say, but it seems like this is still about bumping heads. This is telling me, you know, there's still something there that is not, yeah, I don't want to say bickering. I know you're not actively talking and bickering, but this issue is still like active. Look at the dark clouds. Look at, you know, this is them kind of fighting with the wands. So yeah, so it looks like that might still, whatever you teased him about might still be in his mind. Oh, we got our ooh la la card. Ooh la la, the Knight of Cups. Okay, so let's find out. We got bickering going on. We got some little bit of bumping heads. We've got our 8 of Pentacles. The 8 of Pentacles is telling me that somebody feels they were working really hard on this relationship, feels that they were, you know, potentially making good things happen. But then we have the 7 of Swords, and this feels like this is the loss of something. This is somebody taking something and leaving something behind. Somebody feels like they've had something taken. Now, you said that they got embarrassed after you teased them about something. I think this is literally what this is talking about. This is the hardware. I don't know what you teased him about. I don't know what it was, but obviously he felt that he was doing great with whatever it was, or that he was, you know, doing all right with it or whatever. But then he feels like, you know, that was taken from him. He's embarrassed. His pride, his, you know, whatever is, you know, been taken. So that would create bickering in back and forth in somebody's mind. But look at what we've got. We got our Queen, our King of Cups, our Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is the ooh la la card, guys. This is somebody who is going to sweep you off your feet, who wants to come rushing in. Wow. Okay, so I don't think this is gone yet. I think even though it's been 3 years, I do think that's being held on to, but I do think that there is some feeling left for you. So I don't know that, you know, there'll be any movement on that, but I do think there are still feelings. I do think that this is still active in Russell's mind. Feel that those feelings are still hurt. That's exactly it. Now, does that mean he's walking around every day crying about it? No, but you know, when he thinks about it, it's still there. And you know, our Knight of Cups though says, yeah, I'm thinking that, you know, he still cares about you. All right, so we are going to get an end game for you. 3 years ago, 3 years is a long time. Do we see this going anywhere? Russell and Elaine, we see we've got some feelings still, but we're also harboring those things that made you stop talking. So are we going to see any movement? Is there going to be any change with Russell and Elaine? Go. 2 of Cups. 2 of Cups. That's 2 people joining together in harmony. You know what? I know 3 years has been a long time. Not sure if you two have, either one of you has moved on. 3 years is a long time. You could already be married. You could already have a kid. You know, who knows? I don't know. But this is showing me that, you know what? Those feelings are still there. Those feelings are still there. And I think it would be easy to make this go back into the direction of being together. Are you thinking about wanting to be with Russell? I don't see Russell moving on it, but I see that if you wanted to move on it, you could. Does that make sense? So, yeah. So I do think that, yes, Russell is still in love with you. I do see that. But he is still holding on to that other thing, you know, so you got to work that out. Maybe you reaching out would be the way for him to like kind of accept, you know, the way it was and put it to bed. 3 years is a long time, you know. He should stop worrying about it. Thank you, honey. I hope that helped. All righty, Siri. Siri's up next. Go ahead. I'm going to get your question. Before I do, I'm going to type up where we are so you guys know. Siri is next. Then Light Soul. And then we've got Gina Lee. And then we've got Kitty. And then we've got Rose D. All right. I think I had one more come in. So let me just check just so my list is accurate. And no, so we're good. So that's where we are. I just put it out there. That's where we are. Okay. So where are we on? Pen out of my way. I don't need you. Get out of my way. Piece of paper. All right. Now we're in business. All right. Siri, my dear, where is your question? Siri, Siri, Siri. Any of you that are just arriving, welcome. I'm glad you're here and you found the channel. Right now, the free list is closed and we are working on donation questions. You are welcome to make a donation if you'd like. The donation link is in my description and my moderators post it for me so you can be watching in the chat as well. But if that's something if you're not interested in donating, that's totally fine. We do this show every day at 12 o'clock Central, and I do have a huge well, not huge, but a nice size collection of pick-a cards on my channel page. I have a playlist. Check it out. You can get your question answered now. There's probably one in there. And yeah, otherwise come back tomorrow. Here we go. I found it finally. There you go, Siri. I found it. Woo! All right. What's Gemini's intentions toward me? Ooh. Okay, we're going to use the Wizard's Tarot. Wizard's Tarot. All right. So, Gemini. So, what are your feelings and intentions toward Siri? What are the feelings and intentions toward Siri? Okay. All right. All right. All right, let me see what this is going back to the bottom. Okay, so feelings and intentions of the Gemini. All right, we've got Four of Swords energy for the whole spread. The Four of Swords is a time of kind of refocusing objectives, you know, time of reflection and relaxing and saying, okay, where do I want to go with this? What am I doing? That looks pretty good for intentions. Oh, yeah, this looks pretty good. All right. So we've got our Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is a brand new love. This is about feelings. This is about having feelings. This is about good intentions, clearly. But I do, remember, we've got this applying to our entire spread. I do think that Gemini needs to kind of, the refocusing of the objectives needs to happen because King of Swords is where we're going. The new love. King of Swords, he's somebody who is very much emotionally detached. Somebody who's kind of like, they're a smart planner, they're a leader, they can do things like that, make decisions, but doesn't have really a lot of emotion. So this is going to be somebody who leaves you feeling like, I don't know how you're feeling, or I'm taking that kind of like you don't care, or that you're angry, or that you don't want to spend time with me. I think, you know, and that's going to make you feel upset, obviously. Why wouldn't it? So, you know, Three of Swords, that's what that's about, heartbreak and things like that. So the feelings are there. The Ace of Cups is telling me that. But I think what the tarot is asking for you to do is you need to kind of get it in line in terms of what you want, what you're willing to tolerate. You know, I don't mean that in a bad way, like what you're willing to put up with kind of thing. But, you know, you got to kind of say, all right, what are my boundaries? What am I looking for? Set your standards. Don't lower your standards. Don't compromise your boundaries. Because what this is saying, while the intention or the intentions are going to be good, that we've got our Ace of Cups, I think the personality of this person might make it a little bit hard for you to kind of figure her out, you know, or him or her out. You know, it's somebody who's kind of going to be a boss, you know, in charge. And again, those emotions, it's emotionally detached kind of person, which makes you feel upset, you know? So refocusing objectives for that makes total sense. Like, you need to get your objectives in line, because maybe that's exactly what you like. Maybe you like somebody who's emotionally detached and kind of boss, and this isn't going to make you sad, right? Maybe you like somebody like that. Perfect then. But what the cards are suggesting, though, is that this, you know, that's why it popped up, was it could be upsetting to you, you know, and you might need to refocus your objectives. What is it you want? You know what I'm saying? So again, you know, maybe this dude is exactly what you want, and yay, but I'm getting the real impression, though, that while it might start off like, yep, it's happening, I think, you know, you got to be real careful with that kind of stuff, because what you're willing to say is okay in the beginning, that stuff gets old after a while, you know? The roses are all blooming in the beginning, right? And everything's like, oh, that's okay, or oh, he didn't mean it that way, or oh, he'll change, or oh, yeah, no. Eventually, you're going to be like, oh, and that's going to cause you, you know what I mean? So be careful. But it looks the intentions are there. But yeah. All right. Thank you so much, Siri. Oh, good. Resonating. Good, good. Good, good, good. All right. Light soul. Light soul. Let me get to your question. Where did we go? I saw it. I think. Light soul, light soul, light soul. I'm going back. I'm going pretty far, and I'm not seeing it yet. So light soul, if you could write your question again for me, because I think it might have fallen off the top of the chat. So, yeah, I've got light soul. Where did you go? Not seeing it. Yep, got it. Thank you. Takes me a second. All right. Light soul, thank you so much for your generous donation. I appreciate it. Is love on the way for me, new or an old person? Thank you. You are welcome. Let's find out. We're going to use the secret tarots. We're going to find out if a new love is on the way for light soul. New or an old person, somebody from the past, somebody new. Is love heading toward light soul? All right. Okay, just to give you guys an idea, after light soul, we've got Gina Lee, Kitty, and then Rose D. All right. Okay, whoops. All right, that's no good. Straighten them out. There we go. Okay. New or an old person? What kind of love is heading in for light soul? I like your name. Light soul. Love it. Okay, so new person. All right, well, we've got 10 of Swords energy. The 10 of Swords. Now, this is kind of about saying, like, the finalization of something, like things face death at some point, ideas and thoughts and things that you thought were working. The first thing that's coming to my mind is an ex, because obviously you broke up, you put it to bed, it's, you know, the end of something. But this is our energy overseeing the whole spread. So let's find out how it applies. But my first thought is that it's somebody from your past. Oh boy, well, we've got some good stuff. All right, so this is our overarching energy. So we've got 10 of Swords, the death of an idea, that kind of a thing, applying to the whole thing. I'm going to go ahead and say, yeah, that somebody, an older person, somebody who is in your past, somebody that you might have even written off already. You know, maybe you met somebody who, you know, you dated and all this stuff, and then now, you know, you already forgot about this person, but it's something that you've kind of moved on from. Now, this Ten of Swords looks pretty dastardly, you know, hanging there with swords on you and stuff like that. Not like that. Don't worry about that. That's just the imagery. But, you know, things face death, but then again, you can have a new idea and start over, right? So here we have the Star. This is about recognition. Somebody's looking at you and putting a crown on your head. Somebody's pinning a star emblem to your lapel. This is somebody recognizing you. Somebody who thinks you're pretty great. We've got our Seven of Wands. This Seven of Wands, all Seven of Wands. This is somebody who really stands their ground on ideas. So I'm wondering, I don't know who you are. This person might be in an older type of relationship, maybe. But somebody who the ideas, the death of ideas, somebody's still holding on to some of those ideas. Like, yeah, I'm not ready for that to go. So there might be a little bit of conversation and getting on the same page about something that maybe is why you broke up or whatever. But getting on the same page looks totally doable, doesn't seem like a huge thing. And then we've got our Sun. This is about success. This is all about hope, enlightenment, optimism, success. How can you be better than the Sun? So, my dear, this is super, super, super clear. I'm thinking somebody from your past, most likely an ex, is definitely interested in getting things back on track, with a little bit of conversation and a little bit of, you know, working together with that. I do think that's completely doable. You've got your Sun here. And again, somebody's really seeing you. Somebody's seeing you in a very, very positive light. Hopefully they're not seeing you there naked on a cliff with, or wherever, rocks with your pitcher pouring water, but somebody's really seeing you. Yeah. Definitely, my friend. Let's see what we, perfect. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. Good. Well, I hope that goes well. That's exciting, huh? And again, I saw that it's doable to get, you know, back on the same page. So it's not like, oh my God, you know. All righty. Thank you, Light Soul. All right, Gina Lee, my dear. After Gina, we've got Kitty and Rose D, and I think I heard another one come in. So let me just double check, and I did. So we've got Honga. You've got two accounts sometimes. You say you're from somebody else, and I had to, before I said it out loud, I wanted to make sure. All righty, so this is the lineup, friends. We got Gina Lee up next, then we have Kitty, Rose D, and then Honga. All right, so hello, Miss Megan. Nice to see you. All right, so where am I going? Gina Lee, that's where I'm going. All right, thank you, Gina Lee. Will Jay still commit to our hangout tonight? Does he want to? Ooh, Gina Lee, what do you got going on tonight? Well, what are we going to do? We're going to do this with Tarot in Wonderland. Oh, yeah. All right. Oh, good. Light Soul says it resonates. Oh, that's awesome. I'm so happy. I love the tarot cards. Man, they are just so tuned in. It's like a cell phone to the universe. I swear to God, that's what I call it. All right. So, Jay, what are you doing? Are you still going to come and hang out tonight? Does he want to? Well, Jay, you better, because I would want to hang out with Gina Lee. I would hang out with Gina Lee. We'd read tarot cards all night, right? All right, Jay, are you going to commit to the hangout tonight? Okay, let's find out for Gina Lee. All right, let's see what we've got. Oh, okay. We've got Wheel of Fortune energy. This is all about destiny and fate and things moving. So, that sounds pretty good. Let's see what we've got, though, because we have to see how it applies. Yes. Yes, he wants to, and yes, he is committing to the hangout. 100% yes. Okay. Why do I say that? Because we've got our Wheel of Fortune. So this is something that was planned. This is something that was decided, and this is something that's going to happen. You know why it's going to happen? Because it's the Wheel of Fortune. It's fate and destiny. It's happening. So what else do we have? We have our King of Swords running, or I'm sorry, our Knight of Swords running right into that. This is somebody who is very much an ambitious, kind of action-oriented type of person, like running in, super excited, wants things to happen, and he's running right into the fate and the destiny, isn't he? Well, here, this is about our Five of Swords. This is the hanging out. Now, I don't know what you guys plan to do, if you're just going to relax, if you're going to go do something, or what. But this is all about kind of relaxing and kind of refocusing objectives. Like, okay, what are we going to do? I think, yes, he wants to. We've got our Page of Cups. Page of Cups. This is new information about love. This is also somebody who wants to relax. So I've got two cards telling me about relaxing. I've also got one that says I'm happy, I'm excited, I'm emotionally into this person. And she's looking at her little cup there, and she's got a little fish. She's like, I want to focus on one thing and, enjoy it. Relaxing, kicking back. That's literally what a hangout would mean to me. Now, if you're going somewhere, obviously the important message is that it's one-on-one, and you've got the full attention. So yes, and yes, I can definitely say he wants to, and I do believe the commitment is there. Let's see, Gina saying he's super ambitious. There you go. He's going to get him. He just really likes to make things happen. And then we have this nice, calm, not boring, not sad, not bad. It's this calm kind of connection. So again, I don't know what you guys are planning to do, but it's definitely going to be something where you do have his full attention, and it's happening. It's happening. We got Wheel of Fortune. We got the Wheel of Fortune, and there's the desire to do it. The Page of Cups. Yes, indeedy. Woo, Gina Lee. I like it. All right. Thank you, my friend. Oh, Pisces Girl, thank you so much for your donation. Let's see. You're welcome, Gina Lee. Oh, good. And Jane posted my PayPal link for me. Thank you. If any of you would like to donate, we are working on donations only at this point. The free list is closed. But I am here every day at 12 o'clock Central Time for a free Tarot at 12. But at this point, we're doing donations only. The free list is closed. So, all right. So I am seeing in the chat that somebody else has telling me that she donated. Okay. Oops, I tried to grab my pen and I grabbed the mouse. Pisces Girl, thank you so much for your donation. Let me write your name down so I got it all organized. Again, I try to do them in order that they come in. That way everybody's getting, fair wait time. I don't know what else to call it. All right, Kitty, my dear, let's get your question. Let us get to your question, Kitty. I'm just going to scroll up. Sometimes it takes me a minute. Here's Kitty Wilson. Home and business loan. Okay, we did that question, but you might have written it ahead of that. Let me just see. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Oh, my next door neighbor's kitty has still not come back. He ran away. I don't know if you heard me talking about it about 3 weeks ago. If you were here, I've been talking about it quite a bit. I'm so upset. Kitty, honey, I'm not seeing your question. So, what was that? Donated for second question. I see this, but I'm not seeing the question. Let me just keep going for a minute. Home and business. That was about the last reading. We talked about the loan. Oh my God, I remembered something. Wow, write it down on the calendar. I am always forgetting stuff. Okay. All right. I'm still looking. Did you see it? Sorry. No, I don't, honey. I don't see it. From Kitty. Kitty. I don't see it. So Kitty, if you could please, it might have fallen off the top. I don't know. Please, Kitty Wilson, please write your question there for me. Kitty Wilson. All right. Let me just make a little star by you. And yeah, I don't see it. So unless I see it here at the bottom real quick. Great. All right. Oh, Gina Lee, did you see that? I just did yours, honey. Oh, your second question. I did not get to that one yet. I did not do that one yet. So we've got 2 from Gina. While I'm waiting for Kitty's question, let's do Gina's. There you go. There we go. So Kitty, please type your question. If you had already done that, it fell off the chat on the top. So. All righty, so let's do this one. This is Gina's second question. Thank you again, Gina. What does Jay think about me? Is he attracted to me? Ooh, we're going to use Modern Spellcasters. Modern Spellcaster Tarot. All right. Jay, what are you thinking about Gina Lee? Are you attracted to Gina Lee? All right, let me just see. What am I seeing here? All right, no, I thought I saw a Kitty, but I didn't. Kitty, I hope you're still here. Kitty Wilson. Okay. Well, after Gina, then Kitty, if you're here, obviously you would be next. But if not, we've got Rose D, Honga, and Pisces Girl. All right, Jay, what are you doing? Okay, let's see what we've got. Okay. Okay, so, ooh, cool. We've got death energy. Woo! Never worry. The death card does not mean somebody's dying. Never. The death card means new beginnings. The death of something greatly held and the start of something new. Oh, okay. That sounds good. Let's see what we've got. Okay. All right. So, Jay, this is the death of something greatly held. Now, remember, it's going to kind of be like this. What does Jay think about you? I think Jay thinks that you really know what's on your mind. You know what you want, and you're going to say it. You're going to make sure and keep people in line. This is our Queen of Swords. Now, our Queen of Swords is somebody, again, she's a queen. So she's, clearly stable. She's raised, elevated herself through the ranks. She's the queen. So, she's done well for herself. But this is also, somebody who is, again, very much she's bossy. She likes to micromanage things. She knows what she wants and knows where it's going. And she's going to help to control it to make it go in the direction she wants. So there is that. Then we've got Justice. This is all about fairness and equality. Again, new beginnings. So I'm going to tell you what I think. I think that Jay thinks, there's an opportunity here, but I think he's a little intimidated by you. Not that it's a bad thing, but people need to, get, comfortable with something. But I think he sees you as somebody who is sort of the dominant one, or that you would be the dominant one. I think, again, that starting something new with you is exactly where the desire is. But that fairness needs to be there in terms of balancing the scales, making sure it's equal. I think you are seen in a way as being the kind of the dominant one, somebody who's very, I don't want to use the word rigid. I don't think that's correct, but somebody who's really knows what they want and stays in line with what they want. I think that he feels that he might be the subservient one to you, meaning you're the dominant one and he's the passive one. I think that's what he's thinking. Now, I don't see about an attracted thing. He might be attracted to that. That might be exactly what he wants, that, hey man, yeah. So let's find out. But he does think that this is going to be the potential for something new. So let's find out. We need to get a couple more for Gina Lee. Well, we would need to know, is he seeing you as kind of the dominant one? Let's find out. We need clarity. Judgment. Okay. So we've got judgment. This is kind of about, yeah, I think so. This is accepting things the way they are. So the way they are, we just said, is that. So we'll see that. All right. So let's get a little more detailed. Is Jay thinking that Gina Lee is the boss and is the dominant one in this situation? King of Pentacles. Yes. Yes. So this is somebody who, this is the King of Pentacles, somebody who's a real, self-sufficient type of person, who's real sensible, real stable. This is also somebody who is a promoter of others. I bet you, my dear, I bet you that's how he sees you. He needs to have it balanced. I think that intimidates him a bit, that he sees you like the dominant one. I think it's intimidating, but I think he feels that balance will be there. This may be exactly what he likes, because here we have judgment, where you're feeling like, things are coming together and feeling like you've kind of been reborn and things like that. And then I asked for clarity, and the King of Pentacles is somebody who kind of talks you up, someone who's going like, yeah, she's so great. I think that's exactly what he's looking for. Now let's do another one on your last portion of that question. Is he attracted to me? Is Jay attracted to Gina? Go. What have we got? Ooh, 10 of Swords. All right, so 10 of Swords. Now, I know it doesn't look so great. It sounds like, oh my God, what's going on? But this is kind of about when something, it's about not repeating past mistakes. That's it. Don't repeat past mistakes. When I asked, is he attracted to you? I wonder, is a past girlfriend or somebody that he thinks you might look like? He doesn't want to repeat past mistakes. So, but that's not answering that really well. Is he attracted to Gina Lee? Please let us know. Go. Yes. Oh my God, the King of Wands. The King of Wands, that's the boss. That's the CEO. Isn't that funny? Because I said here, you're the boss. But this is somebody, when I say the boss, I mean somebody who's been able to be the boss. Think about the qualities of a boss. Somebody who's charming, somebody who's smart, somebody who everybody likes. What I asked was, is he attracted? So I'm not saying you're a King of Wands sitting there, running your company, or that he is. But the energy of that, the energy of success. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So absolutely, Gina Lee, I think that you can count on that. And I think he sees that's attractive to him, that you're kind of in charge, All right, Gina Lee, thank you so much. All right, and I'm looking for Kitty Wilson. I wonder if Kitty had to leave. Aw, Tarot Magician, hello, how are you? How are you? I caught some of your show last night, but on the replay. I wasn't available live, but great show. You guys should check out the Tarot Magician's channel. She's really good. She's got some cool stuff that I don't do, which is she's a psychic medium, so lots of cool stuff. So check her out. I'll actually put it up there so you can see how to spell it. Okay, so we are working on donation readings right now. If anybody's just joining us, the free list is closed. Right now, we've got 4 in the queue. I do hear my phone, so let me see what we've got. Yep, we do. We have another one. Thank you so much. And this is from Tosh F. Oh, and I hear it again. Oh, man. That's a good thing, right? Oh, it was something silly. Okay. So what we've got Kitty, Rose D, Honga, Pisces Girl, and Tosh F. Kitty Wilson, I think you might have left, so we'll have to figure that out. Rose D. Oh, Kitty, you are here. Kitty, could you please retype your question for me? It fell off the top of the chat. So I need you to write it for me one more time, please. I'm sorry. Perfect. I'm glad you're here. And there I see Tasha's question. Oh, you're very welcome, Gina Lee. I'm so glad that was helpful. So glad. All righty. Thank you, Kitty. Yeah, like I said, it fell off of the chat. Oh, and there's my husband calling. So hold on. Hey, Mike, I answered accidentally. I'm sorry. I'm still doing my show. All right, honey. I love you too. Be careful. All right, bye. See, I couldn't just hang up on him. He's my husband. But I actually was trying to reject the call. And I pressed answer by accident. Oh, yeah. All right, Kitty, my darling. Thank you so much. All right. What is stopping my Cancer guy from moving in with me? Interesting. All right. Let's see what we can find out. We're going to use the Everyday Witch. The Everyday Witch Tarot. All right. What is stopping Cancer guy? Why aren't you moving in with Kitty? What's going on, Cancer guy? All right. I can straighten them out. There we go. I'm a messy shuffler. Okay. There's our energy. And this is our spread. So we need to know what is going on with Cancer guy. What's the holdup on the moving in? Ooh, 6 of Cups energy. Right off the bat, I got that. He's afraid it's gonna ruin your relationship somehow. That's what I'm getting right away from that. So he's afraid that, it's gonna, it's like almost like when you got a friend and you're both attracted to each other, but you're afraid to date because you don't want to ruin your friendship kind of thing. Now, I'm not saying that you and your Cancer are just friends, but I'm getting the really strong impression that might be what is stopping him, because he's afraid it's going to make things change and things like that. However, let me tell you what we've got here, because I think you're going to like it. New opportunity here. Ace of Pentacles. Pentacles. It's all about your everyday life, wealth, health, your home. Hello. So that looks awesome. So I'm thinking this is coming. I think so. We got Justice right here, which talks all about fairness and making sure that things are equal. Again, I get the really strong impression that he's afraid that it's not going to be the same, that things are going to change if you guys move in. But I think if you were to talk about it, this new opportunity is there. This fear that things aren't going to be happening the right way can be put to bed if you guys talk about it. Talk about how things are fair. Talk about, how things are fair. I mean, like, what are the breakdowns? Like, who's going to pay what? Who's going to do the housework? Who's going to go to the grocery store? Talking about that in a more of a transactional way might help to make your Capricorn feel a little more at ease, instead of making it just about the emotion, like, oh, it'll be so great. We can lay on the couch together and we get to go to bed together and wake up together every day. Yeah, that's true. And that's the love, and that's awesome. But, there's a lot that goes into it, as running a home. And when you're in a new type of partnership. So perhaps talking about it that way. This is confirming what I was saying about here with our Six of Cups energy. This is telling me he's afraid he's going to lose it altogether. If you guys move in, it might somehow crush your relationship, change it in a way that it is no longer good, wanting it to be back the way it was kind of situation, you know? Yeah. So Kitty, I think he's afraid of the daily commitment, the grind of daily life. I definitely see that it could happen though. And you just got to convince him about that. You know, perhaps talking about the daily life stuff will make him convinced on his own. But if for some reason you need to talk about it with him, you know, you got to remind him that you can't just look at what you don't have, hoping for what you do have, you know, and making the jump. I lost my train of thought. I was going to say something more about that, but I lost my train of thought. Sorry. It was good, and then I forgot. My brain is like a runaway train. All right. Well, Kitty, I hope that goes well. Good luck. All right. So that was Kitty. Rose D. We've got Rose D, then Honga, Pisces Girl, and Tosh F. So let me write that up right here for you so that you can see. And Rose D, if you could type your question for me. I don't know if it fell off, but it would just be easier if you type it. Wait, Pisces Girl. Whoops, I spelled Pisces wrong. And that's embarrassing. Okay, and then Tosh F. There we go. That is the lineup in case you're wondering. Okay. Now, Rose D. I know you had written it before. I saw it earlier. Let me just see. It might have fallen off the chat. Sometimes they, you know, once it gets to a certain point, they fall off. Rose D. I'm not seeing it. Not quite to the top yet, but let me. Nope. I do not see it, Rose D. So let's go down to the bottom. You're welcome, Kitty. Rose D, I am not seeing your question. So if you are still here, please let me know at the bottom, write still here. And then I am going to ask you to please type your question for me again. Hong Gao, I see I spelled your name wrong in my little note there. I apologize. Hong Gao, you are up next while I wait for Rose D. So let us get to your question. I saw that you typed it too, and I hope I don't have the same problem. Here we go. There's you. Okay, now where's your question? Buzzing. Something's buzzing. Let me check here. Yes. All right. There is one. Kitty. Kitty has another question. Very nice. Thank you so much for your donation, honey. Let me see what we got at the bottom. Honga, thank you. Oh, I pressed the wrong thing. Hi, Tanya. Hi, I pressed the wrong button, but thank you. Hello. All right. Had I met my spouse yet? Who is he? And if not yet, when? All right. So have you met your spouse yet? And have you met them yet? Who is he? And if not, when? All right. We're going to see what we can get, honey, but I won't be able to get these are mini reads, so I'm not going to be able to get all of that in one reading. Let's do Anna K. First of all, we'll use Anna K. And we're going to say, you know what, first, we're just going to do, have I met my spouse yet? And what are some ideas about who he could be? And then I'll do a throwdown of yes or a no when. We'll try to get a when out of there, okay? It's kind of like, yeah, 3 questions in one. Tarot don't want tarot to be confused. Okay. Also, mini reads, I only get a certain amount. With a private reading, I can kind of dig in deeper and clarify things and, you know, and so forth. But if you guys are interested in a private reading, I do 30 minutes for $30, and you can email me. My email is in the description, and we can set something up. let me know. Otherwise, these are mini reads. All right, who is this guy for Honga? Honga needs to know. We'll see what we can get here. Okay. Queen of Swords energy for the spread. All right. Our Queen of Swords, this is somebody who's kind of very strict with things, somebody who's a very big disciplinarian, somebody who's kind of rigid, doesn't like to change, wants to be in charge and doesn't want things out of her control, wants to know, very much a micromanager. That's the way to put it. Very much a micromanager. So let's see how that pulls in to the rest of our cards. Now, I asked, have you met this person yet? And who might he be? Right now, this tells me that you are kind of, it sounds like you're trying to manage the process a little too much. A little too much. I see a couple people here. We've got our Knight of Rods. We've got our King of Pentacles. So these are typically, when it's the court cards, sometimes they're representing different people, different personality types, and that kind of a thing. So, as far as your spouse, I'm not seeing that you've actually met this person yet, but I am seeing that these people are there. This is our mini spread. So these people are there. It looks like you're probably going to meet this person through some kind of social interaction, some kind of trip. This is all about hospitality. This is all, now I know it's COVID, so like, where are we going? We're not like traveling around really that much, are we? Maybe somebody you might have traveled with, somebody you might work with, that kind of a thing. The Queen of Swords, though, is telling me you're being maybe potentially a little too rigid about what you're looking for. You're maybe trying to control the situation a little too much. Our Knight of Swords looks interested, but look at where he's shooting his wand. Meow, right up there. Knight of Rods, totally missed you, right? You need him to go there, right? He's like, and went up there. And here's this guy like, hey, I don't know, should we get together? And thinking about it. And you know what? If you come in and that's like, I wasn't thinking about you, and then you don't think about him, then he goes away. Well, change how you're thinking about things. Don't be so rigid. Maybe that person is there and you're just not seeing them. It seems to me, though, that this would be some kind of group setting or some sort of like hospitality thing. Like, did you meet him at a party? Did you meet him at a wedding or at a, and I know with COVID, that's kind of weird. So you haven't met him yet. That is what you're asking. I am thinking that you are not meeting him yet because you are perhaps needing to refocus how you are looking. I'm thinking you need to look into potentially social situations. That's where you might meet, but I think you need to change what you're looking for. Do not be untrue to yourself or what you want. I mean, of course not. But I mean, kind of evaluated that. Are you being too rigid? You know what I mean? Are you being too rigid? So I'm going to do an endgame card for you. We want to know, we just say, is Honga going to meet this person soon? Wheel of Fortune. The thing keeps spinning round and round. Okay. So right now, I think we're kind of cycling through people. I think we've got people there who are potential there to come and be with you. But the Wheel of Fortune is telling me that things are continuing to move and you're kind of repeating patterns. Queen of Swords energy. So again, I think you kind of need to figure out, are you being too rigid? Are you trying to control the process too much where you might be shutting people out and not even realizing it? So looks like if he has been in your orbit, you did not realize it. I don't think you've connected. I don't think you're like a breakup situation. I don't. I think it's, yeah, definitely. All right, my friend. Thank you. Thank you. Rose D, were you able to type your question there? I don't think I see you. No, I don't see it. So Rose D, I'm still waiting on your question. And next up is Pisces Girl. Pisces Girl, you are up next. So let's get to your question. I think I just saw it up here. Pisces Girl. I just thought I saw you. There it is. Pisces Girl, thank you so much for your donation. My Cancer boyfriend has been acting off to me lately, and I know since I'm a Pisces, I kind of pick up on everything, but it just feels like he's drifting from me, and I want to know why. Interesting. Pisces Girl, somebody else here, well, this was when the show first started at 12. Somebody was here, and I can't even think right now who it was off the top of my head. They literally almost asked the exact same question. This must be something in the air. I don't know enough about astrology, but I bet you money. There's something going on. That happens when I get the same questions all in a day. You know, I'm like, something's happening. But let's find out. Let's answer your question. All right. So what deck do we want to use for this kind of a question? We need to use our Wizard's Tarot. Yes, indeed. We need it. We need it. All right, Cancer boyfriend, what's going on? What's going on? And why are you acting a little off? Is everything okay? Something on your mind? Does it have anything to do with Pisces Girl? Why are you acting a little off right now? What's on your mind? Okay. All right, so let's put some energy out there. And here is our spread. Okay, let me get down here to the bottom. All right. Okay, so, all right. So, we got our Four of Cups. Energy, I can't spit it out. And this is kind of about not wanting to see what's there. It's about somebody who's kind of bored. Somebody who's bored. So let's find out how it applies. Let's just find out. All right. Well, somebody who's a little bit bored, somebody who's kind of struggling with things, not really wanting anymore, just kind of wanting to be left alone, that kind of a thing. Somebody who, I'm not necessarily saying bored with you, so don't worry about that. That's not what I meant. Just kind of, things are just going along, and that's kind of okay. Just want to leave it like that. Kind of feeling like to themselves. We have this with our Page of Cups. Our Page of Cups, this is somebody who's really kind of pulled back. This is really somebody who wants to rest and relax. This is our Page of Cups. So Cups is the suit of love and emotion. We've got Four of Cups here too. And that again is our energy applying to the whole thing. Kind of being like, I just don't want anything anymore. I just want to kind of sit back. Here we've got our Three of Wands. This is all about figuring out what the next step in the journey is. And look at her. She also looks kind of bored, doesn't she? She's like thinking, don't know what to do. I think he just doesn't feel like deciding or thinking about things right now, that he maybe has a lot been going on where he's just like, all right, I just need a break. Here we've got our Four of Swords, and that's what tells me that as well, because this is all about refocusing your objectives. It's all about resting and relaxing. What? So I'm thinking he's just kind of pulling back because for whatever reason, maybe he's just in a little bit of a funk. I don't think it has anything to do with you. We'll pull an endgame card, but I don't think it has anything to do with you. I think it's just one of those things. Maybe life is just getting a little stagnant. Maybe, I have an idea. Maybe, it's weird with COVID, of course, and I know things cost money and everything else, but maybe you could plan something a little exciting, a little bit like, shake it up and make it all about him. Like, hey, I know you've been working hard lately, or, you don't even have to say that if you don't want to. You'd be like, I thought this would be fun, and what a great thing. Here, I made your favorite meal. It could be something as simple as that. But, he's bored. He's bored in general in life. and I've got too many cards saying he wants to relax. There's too many that say that. Just wants to relax and pull back. Yeah. But I don't think it's about you. I don't think it's about you. And you feel like he's drifting away. You said, yeah, I think he's just bored. Oh, wait, before I put those back, we're going to do an endgame card. I almost forgot. Does this have something to do with Pisces Girl? It's the same shuffle, so I haven't changed. It's the bottom of the deck, excuse me. Is it something to do with Pisces Girl that Cancer's acting off? Go. 3 of Cups. No, it is not. Does it have something to do with his friends? Friends, maybe, or family? It's a social thing. It's not you. It's social. In a social way, I don't mean he was at a party and now he's upset about something. I mean like somebody he's involved with socially, like a friend or a family member maybe who he speaks to. But it's not about you. It's not about you. Is this going to turn around soon? Endgame card, please tell us. Is it going to end? All right, we've got our 7 of Swords, and that's kind of about leaving something behind, moving forward, back to normal. Back to normal, yes or a no? Go. Back to normal, speedy delivery. Yep, it's going to go back to normal, honey. It's going to go back to normal. It doesn't have anything to do with you. I think it's friends or family. And he's going to leave that behind. And this is our speedy delivery. 8 of Wands is speed and fire, and it's going fast. So, yeah, Pisces Girl. Woo, good luck. I think that sounds good. But kudos to you. Let's see. He's putting us as a family first, but he does sleep a lot. He's having issues. Does he get kind of wrapped up in his friends? Is he kind of wrapped up in his friends? That's what I saw. And he's kind of like, yeah, interesting, Pisces Girl. Well, good luck. All right. So we've got, I'm shaking this. We've got Gina Lee. Gina Lee, where are you? Wait. Did I miss something? Oh, Tosh F. I'm looking at the wrong list. Sorry. Tosh F. Sorry about that. Tosh is like, hey, I'm next. Sorry, Tosh. I was looking at the wrong list. I have too many things on my desk. All right. Thank you so much, Tosh. Let's find out, how is Nelson currently feeling about me? We are both Pisces. All right, Nelson, what is up with you? We are going to use the Edgar Allan Poe. We're going to use the Edgar Allan Poe Tarot, and we're going to find out what's going on with Nelson. Nelson, how are you currently feeling about Tosh? How is Nelson feeling about Tosh? Okay. All right. So here's our energy. This is our spread. Whoa. Knocking things over and everything crazy in here. All right. Page of Wands. Ooh. All right. Well, pages are always about new information, new messages, that kind of a thing. Being Wands, Wands is the suit of growth and effort. It's Wands. That's a fire suit. It's like heat, heat, passion, and energy. Oh, gosh, my brain is already checked out. However, you know, being Wands, this is all about kind of having a free spirit. Somebody who really wants to jump in and do things, real excited to try new things. That's sounding good, doesn't it? All right, so let's find out what we've got. All right, we got our 4 of Swords again. Interesting. All right, so how is he currently feeling? Again, this is about excitement. This is about, you know, this is our overarching energy too. So I would say in a general sense, he's still feeling like, you know, this could be something, and a little bit of excitement in there. You know, also being Wands, this is somebody who kind of is impatient. So somebody who's trying to make things happen. They're not going in the way, perhaps, he's got to get a new approach. That's the word, new approach. Here we have our Two of Swords, and the Two of Swords is telling me that, this is all about feeling like I don't want to look and see what's out there. I don't know what to do. So again, somebody who's impatient is kind of like, I'm not going to make a choice because I can't decide what to do. It's taking too long, so therefore I'm not going to choose anything. That kind of a feeling. Do you know what I mean? He wants it and he wants it to happen, but yet he's kind of caught between two things. There are two opposing or clashing ideas going on inside there in his mind. He also has a blindfold on, doesn't want to see because he doesn't want to make a decision. He wants it to go well. He's excited. Let's try something new, but he's thinking back in time. He's wondering, when things were going well, he doesn't want to fail. He doesn't want to make a mistake. He doesn't want things to go wrong. So therefore, he takes time to think about things and kind of reassess, refocus, that kind of a thing. So I need to get another one. We need an end game because I don't know. This isn't giving me real feelings. It's telling me feelings that Nelson has in general. He doesn't know which way to go with it, and he's kind of taking a back seat. He's kind of pulling it back in. So is Nelson feeling good about Tosh? Yes or no, please? Queen of Swords. Ooh, okay. Queen of Swords is telling me, she's kind of a little bit of a bossy boss. She's somebody who's very together, knows what she wants, is very determined. Nobody's going to get in her way. Does that sound like you? Let me go to the bottom. Does that sound like you? Do you feel like you are strong and kind of like the leader in a relationship? Let me see. He's always had bad relationship. All right, let's pull this back for a minute. Always had a bad relationship. All right, so put that into context of this. He's excited, a little impatient, wants it to go well, but he's afraid. This is the past. This is our nostalgia card. Looking back on the bad relationships, he's afraid to go forward, doesn't want to see what to do. This makes total sense now. And the Four of Swords, this is about refocusing objectives, kind of taking it back. He's afraid to make a mistake. He's afraid to make a mistake. And then when I asked about, is he feeling good about you? This is the Queen of Swords. So this is about somebody who's, again, like I said, somebody who's really, takes charge. Not a bad person, not a, nothing like that, but somebody who's a take charge kind of person who's going to lead things and, that kind of a thing. And that sounds, yup. You say, yup. That sounds then, that's you. So that sounds like a yes. That sounds like a yes. So Nelson seems very much still a little bit trapped up in that, in this afraid to make a decision, not wanting things to fail in the past, nostalgia card, thinking about our past, not wanting to see, trying to think of a new way to do things, can't wait to get started, but afraid. So yeah. And then here's you. You're taking care of business. Look at you. I told him what I want, but I don't want to push him. I want to see where this goes. I think that's good because the cards are saying that that's what he's doing. He's kind of refocusing things. I think now that you told him what you want, he is now able to kind of say, all right, well, maybe those bad things are not going to happen. Goodbye, bye, bye, bye. Maybe those things are not going to happen and I can open up myself and be with her. You see? I think he's thinking about it. I mean, he's kind of trying to refocus. And I do think that's what he's always wanted. He's excited about you. He thinks, let's jump in. Yeah, totally. And he's refocusing objectives. I think you're right to give him, that opportunity to see where it goes. Don't push. And, when he sees that you're allowing him this space, it'll allow him that time to come to that same conclusion. All righty, so that was good. All right, so let me get these out of the way. I got them all backwards. All right, guys, we are hitting up at almost 3 o'clock. I have 2 more in the queue. I will take donations until 3 o'clock. So we have 6 more minutes, And then I'm going to close both lists because I did, oh my goodness, one other day we kept going until I ran out, and it was 4 hours. I was dying. So, you know, my brain gets a little mushy after that. So, so we're going to go ahead. Oh, here, dialed for Josh, just asking. So yeah, I am. For the next 5 minutes, I'll take donations, but then I'm going to close both lists, okay? All right, so Tosh, I hope that helps. Kitty, you are up next, my dear. Kitty. Whoops, I went backwards. Kitty is next, and then we have Tosh again. Yay for Tosh. I've got Tosh, or Kitty, then Tosh, and then, I know your name. Why am I not thinking? Vanessa, there you are. I knew it. I just couldn't remember if it was the same. So we've got Kitty, Tosh, Vanessa, and then that's it for right now. So Kitty, Tosh, Vanessa, in 5 minutes, I am going to go ahead and close down both lists. Because my voice and throat are saying, you talk too much, lady. All right, so let's find Kitty's question. Tosh has asked, this isn't a tarot question, but she has a question in general that I think maybe you guys will like to hear as well. In my professional opinion, is tarot absolute when tarot readers cast no, you are not meant to be together? Is that absolute? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And anybody who tells you that it is wrong. No, the tarot reads the energy of the moment. So the moment, think about it. From this moment, if nothing changes, this is what you can expect is likely to happen. That's exactly the way to say it. If nothing else changes from this moment, this is the result that is likely to happen. See, energy is always swirling. Energy is always swirling. Now, you should not check in using your question, again, twice in one day. It's not really, the energy only changes so much in a 24-hour period. So it's important, though, to check back in with that energy to get a read because things change. If we get a reading we don't like, we can change it. Now we know. That's another great thing about the tarot. We learn now, so we can change it. We can change the direction. We can do this. So just as much as we have free will, so do other people. So when they're using their free will and we're using our free will, it makes the energy swirl a little differently, doesn't it? So the tarot reads the energy of the moment. So you can assume that, yes, if nothing changes, this is what will happen. Hope that helped. Okay, so where was I? Kitty, my dear. Free will. There you go. Oh, dial J for Josh. Thank you so much for your donation. Let me put you on my list because I'm writing messy and I'm running out of room. So dial J. All right, so we've got Kitty, Tosh, Vanessa, and dial J. And then in about 2-3 more minutes, I'm going to go ahead and shut down the list for now. So where did we go? Kitty. We got to get Kitty's question. There you are. We got to find the question. Not seeing it. So Kitty, if you could please write your question for me. And then Tosh and Vanessa. So, yes. So I'm waiting on questions. I'm waiting on Kitty, Tosh, and I think Vanessa, I did see yours. Will I see? Oh, again, let's do Vanessa since it's already typed. Kitty and Tosh, then dial J for Josh. Okay. I'm going to go ahead actually, and I'm going to close down the list now because we've already got 3. It's only 2 minutes. So let's do this. There we go. All right. So the list is now closed. And, okay. Oh, yay, Vanessa. Great. You were texting back and forth. Oh, I'm so glad. Yay. All right. Sorry, back to this. Now, I saw your question and then I got distracted by your comment. Shoot, where'd it go now? Can you believe I did that? Oh, here you go. Will I see O again soon? Let's find out. All right. So we're going to use modern spellcasters today. Vanessa. We also have Kitty and Tosh and Josh. Tosh and Josh. Kitty and Tosh, you go ahead and type your question. Josh, just a minute for you, just so it doesn't fall off the chat. All right. Oh, well, Vanessa, C-O. Whoa. All right, that one fell out. We're going to leave it as the energy because it fell out so perfectly right into the spot. I think it needs to come out. Normally, I don't pick up my dropped cards because I am a terrible shuffler, but that one fell right almost into place, so I think it wanted to come out. All right, so will you see O again soon? All right, so we have 8 of Swords energy. The 8 of Swords is kind of about, you're probably feeling like, okay, I got a lot of things maybe I should be potentially watching out for, or you're thinking, I've got a lot of, I don't want to let my guard down. I want to stay here. I want to watch what's going on. I don't want anything to come to me. I don't want anything to bother me or wreck my peace. Like you're watching. When you ask, can you see O again soon? I don't mean you have to be this way to talk to O or that there's any reason why you would feel that way about O per se. I think in a general sense, I think that you must be protective over your feelings. Maybe you've been hurt in the past. Maybe you've had, something like that. It's something that you're feeling. It might cause a problem for you if you're not allowing yourself to be open to O. You might not even realize you're doing it, but check it out and see. Yeah, see, we've got our 9 of Swords. That's exactly what it's telling me. Okay, will you see O again soon? I do think that O is potentially a little bit short on time. We've got our 4 of Pentacles here. This is all about time. And this guy holds it tight. This guy likes to hold on to his time. This is time. Time, money, energy, right there. Hold on to his time. So I'm thinking that might be a little bit. I think this is upsetting to you because I think that you feel this is a huge indicator of what the true feelings are, where it's going. I think that's why, but you're overthinking it. It's not an indication of anything going wrong. We have King of Pentacles energy right here. This talks all about kind of being a promoter. This is somebody who really wants to, who is excited about something and somebody. And imagine if you just ate the best cheeseburger ever, and then you go tell everybody, oh my God, this cheeseburger is the best. You got to go check it out. You did it. It's the same thing. It's like a promoter. So I'm thinking what is going to happen is he's a little bit short on time. We'll do an end game and see if it's still going to happen. Maybe like this week, we'll do an end game for that. But I think he's a little short on time. He's trying to, maybe he's got a lot going on with work or, whatever. He's got short on time, but he's still very much interested in you. So you are being asked by the tarot to not be sitting there all upset, feeling like, oh, and now he doesn't have time to come over, but, don't do that because he's talking you up to his friends. You're that one that he wants to come about. You're the cheeseburger he just can't wait to tell everybody about to go eat one too. You see? So let's do an end game and let's see where we are as far as when you ask soon. Again, we're getting time is short right now. I think the reason you're feeling like this could be kind of because you might look for problems, or you might want to say, oh, there you go. I knew it was a problem. See, I told you, like you're almost doing that self-fulfilling prophecy kind of thing. So let's do an end game, though. We just want some clarity. Will Vanessa see O this week? Justice. Justice is the decision card. I do think you will. Today is Monday, so we've got the whole rest of the week and the weekend coming up. I do think that, you know, there's going to be a little back and forth because he's got something going on, or his time is precious and all that. But I definitely think that time is going to balance out, and I do think that you will this week. I asked specifically about this week. The advice of the tarot is, though, don't let yourself look for trouble where there is none. Be smart, keep your eyes open, use your intuition, but don't be just looking for trouble. You know what I mean? Yeah. But and be prepared that it might be a little bit hard to get things in line and sync with schedules. But you don't need to be crying here. He's excited. You're the one. Yeah. You're the one. Like if you just went to a restaurant and had this Vanessa on the menu, he would be telling everybody about, go there and get Vanessa. But then he'd be like, no, don't, because I want her. Oh, good. I hope that helped. Oh, yeah. Yes, I agree. And it's his time. All right, honey. Good luck. I hope that goes well. All right, Vanessa. Now, let's see what we got. We're looking for Tosh F and Kitty, and then Dial J for Josh, and then we're going to wrap it up. If anybody's just getting here now, the show is about to end. We are working on donations right now, and I have 3 left in the queue, and then we will be wrapping up the show. So please come and see me tomorrow at 12 o'clock Central Time. Otherwise, check out my Pick a Card playlist. I have a lot of good questions on there. Maybe one is your question today. You never know. They're free, of course, and go check it out. All right. So where was I? I'm looking for Kitty or Tosh, because you guys we were behind a bit, just waiting for typing. Right. I see Tosh. Kitty, not seeing yours. Wait a minute. Am I? Who knows what I'm doing, right? Let me just look. Give me a sec. Oh, no, man. I'm not seeing it. All right. Tosh, I've got yours, Tosh. Kitty Wilson, I'm waiting on your question, my dear. And then I'll be doing Josh. Dial J for Josh will be next. Okay. So Tosh would like to know, what does Nelson want for us in the future? A solid relationship or just a friendship? Woo! All right. What are we going to use? We're going to use the Zombie Tarot. What? Yeah. Of course we are. Zombie Tarot. Okay. And you are saying, I definitely want a relationship, but if he's flimsy, I'll handle it accordingly. I like that. Okay. So, Nelson, what are you doing? You want a solid future with Tosh, or are you just looking to be friends? Okay. So, that's our energy. And this is our spread. See what we've got. Ooh, the Chariot energy. This is good. The Chariot energy is talking all about movement. It's all about moving things forward, creating a sense of progress, conquest, that kind of a thing. So making things happen. Ooh. Okay, let's see what we've got, though, before we get all geeky excited like I am. We got to see what's happening. Ooh, I think that things are going to be looking in a different direction here for you. The friendship stuff, I think it's changing. All right, so first, let's talk about what we have over here. We have our 7 of Wands. This is about feeling like, standing your ground, kind of like trying to protect that friendship that you guys have. I'm wondering if, Nelson, I felt like that same thing. I don't know if you heard a couple readings ago, I was talking about people are afraid to change things up because they don't want to lose what they've got. Do you know what I mean? And so they're afraid to make a change, you know, things like that. We have our Eight of Hazards here, which is our Eight of Pentacles. This is all about, you know, having personal satisfaction in life, you know, letting things grow, letting things evolve, letting things develop. And then we've got our Hanged Man, which is the different direction. So let's put this all together. We have progress, we have travel, we have conquest, we have things moving. Again, the 7 is telling me that, you know, feeling like protecting the friendship is what's, I think, important to Nelson. I also think Nelson is a little bit of a pokey poke. I feel like he's going slowly. The Chariot wants to move. The Chariot wants to go fast, but the Chariot can't move if one person is standing there stopping the Chariot, you know, like standing so close and holding on to those, you know, it can't keep moving. Our Eight of Hazard or Pentacles here, again, is about getting personal satisfaction out of working. This is where I think it's going slow. Trying to build this. I think this person just wants to, he's just putsy putzerton. He is a slow poke. But I do think he's going to see that differently. Now, you have to ask the question, Tosh, and you're the only one who will know this. You made a comment here, I definitely want a relationship, but he's flimsy. So, knowing that I just told you the energy is looking like he's afraid to lose a friend, and he feels like you guys have built these things and he doesn't want to ruin what you've built. Do you think there's something maybe that you could say to reassure? I mean, you're not supposed to like twist his arm or, you know, try to brainwash him into believing what you want. But I mean, you know, think about what you might be able to say to reassure that you're going to still have your bond, and all those kinds of things. I do see that he is going to see your relationship as differently. He's going to be taking a different perspective, going to be looking at it a little differently. Let's do an endgame. We love endgames. We love the endgame card. All right. So I want a little bit of a clear. Now we know what we might need to do. We know what's going on. We know he's going to look at it differently. Is this happening anytime soon? Is Nelson going to want a future relationship anytime soon with Tosh? Go. Yes. 3 of Hazards. This is awesome. Okay, this is great. Let me tell you why. The 3 of Hazards, this is 3 of Pentacles, and this is all about building success or having success over your past work. Past work, that's your relationship currently, the work you've done. You know, all of these things, you know, having patience, growing together, you know, things like that. And there it is, success off of your past work. I'm tripping over my words. Success over your past work. So Tosh, I'm saying looking good. Now, you just need to, you know, he's afraid to lose your friendship, or perhaps, you know, doesn't want to rock the boat, feels like if, you know, he's afraid to make a move too quickly. So I can see that, but definitely going well. He's going to see it different. Yeah, for sure. Very nice, Tosh. Looking good. Thank you for your donation. I'm getting all twisted up here. Thank you. There you go. That's right. I do remember now you're telling me this. See, you guys never have to worry that I'm remembering things and using that knowledge to do your readings, because I don't remember anything ever. Now I do remember that now that you're talking about it. Excuse me. Yeah. Yeah, I think, you know, maybe I'm so glad you've set some boundaries. And I mean, that's important. And really set them. Don't just set them symbolically. Really have them. And if they're crossed, have consequences. Think about it. Don't tell yourself, if you don't do this, I'm leaving. If you know damn well you're not leaving. You know what I mean? So make them have consequences. The boundaries come along with consequences when it happens, you know? All right. He seemed kind of clingy. Well, he wants to be with you. I definitely think that. He's seeing it from a little different perspective now, too. I think he's looking at it differently. All right, Kitty, where are you? Kitty, I'm looking for your question. I don't see it. I don't see it. Oh, I'm bonking into things. Well, dial J for Josh. Let's get your question. Kitty, honey, if you could please type it for me. Dial J for Josh. Oh, you're welcome, Tosh. Dial J for Josh and Kitty are my last readings for today. And I'm not seeing Kitty. I think Kitty, I hope Kitty didn't leave. And maybe if that was just a donation. All right, 2 parts. Sure thing. 2 parts. While you're typing, I'm sorry, I have to stand up and let my dog out. My dog is freaking out. Hold on. While you're typing, I'll be right back. Bella, you want to go out too? Oh, here you go. All right, there we go. Sorry about that. My husband should be home from work any minute, so he can take care of them. But they're like, "Hey, Mom, I gotta go potty." All right. So let's get into this. Kitty Wilson, if you are here, please write your question, and you will be next and the last question for today. All right. So 2 parts. So let me read. You did a reading for me about my friend who I worked for. I remember this. And he wrongfully fired me by blaming me when he just wanted to save money and make cuts. Agreed. Can you detect how his business is currently doing and if he will receive karma for what he has done? He should. I don't wish anything bad. I'm just curious. Well, I don't either. I didn't mean like that. Like, I'm not hoping a piano falls out of the sky. But, karma, you know what? We all have to be good to each other. We have to. And any of our differences, all those things, that doesn't matter. That's what makes this world a great place to be. So I do not wish ill, but karma, people need to have consequences when they do shitty things. There we go. I said it. All right. So, yeah. So back to business. Let's get what deck do I want to use for this? We're going to use light seers. That's what we're going to use. All right. So, yes, I remember this now that you're refreshing my memory. Wrongfully fired. How's his business going? How's that business going? Josh's old friend who sneakily, deceptively fired Josh. Josh was doing a good job. What's going on with the company now that Josh is gone? I wonder what kind of business it was. With COVID, I know a lot of people aren't doing, real well. So if it was a small business in particular, what's so weird, you guys? We're from all over the world. I'm in the U.S. I don't know where all of you are. I do know that you are in different countries. How cool that we're coming together, on a tarot channel. Aren't we having fun? And we're connecting, and I just love it. I really do. His name is Zishan. It was an online business. Okay. Well, an online business should not be as affected by COVID as, a brick and mortar. All right. 2 of Pentacles. All right. He's got something he's trying to balance that has something to do with work. But Pentacles is the suit of daily life, work, health, money, time, anything you use to get by in your daily life. So work is one of the big ones for Pentacles. Debating between 2 things, trying to decide between 2 things, trying to stay balanced while 2 different things are happening. So I think there's a bit of let's see what these say, but this to me indicates, choices, struggle, and, that kind of a thing. All right. Ooh, yeah. All right. So I'm thinking your friend perhaps is not doing so great. I don't think it's like a failure or a complete, doomsday shutdown kind of thing. But I think your friend is finding himself kind of out there feeling alone, like in this all by himself. Now, I know, I don't mean necessarily physically alone. Like maybe there are people working there that's physically not alone, but feeling alone in this venture, feeling alone on how to get things going, feeling alone on how to make things continue, or to get people in. This is the Hermit. The Hermit's alone. So there you go. And the Hermit also feels like he has to rely on himself. I get the feeling that your friend has had to do a lot more work on his own. So here's our energy for the whole spread. Remember, Two of Pentacles energy, about that balance, that decision between two items in work. We have our Hierophant here, and this is all about trying to educate yourself on something about trying to feel that, what's the word I'm looking for? Well, it's for truth, advice, education, that kind of a thing. So I think your friend has been kind of feeling like he's been left in the dirt. He has nobody else to choose or to speak to help, with this, or not the right person, somebody who doesn't care. Maybe somebody else who's hired is not doing a great job. And he's feeling like, I got to do this all myself. That's exactly. And then here, juggling the aspects of two, I'm the boss, but I'm still working, and I'm doing this, and I'm the marketing person, and I'm the salesperson. Here with Queen of Pentacles, that's confirming this as well. The Queen of Pentacles, she's somebody who really loves to plan things, and she's a huge micromanager too, kind of like our Queen of Swords, although the Queen of Swords is worse. But anyway, the Queen of Pentacles, she's a micromanager. She feels like, I have, job security. I know what I'm doing, but let me boss other people around. What does that sound like? It sounds like somebody, your friend, when he was blaming you, did not want to take responsibility. That's exactly what has happened. So we do know this. This is not new news. But we want to know, to say, or how's it going? Is there any karma coming in? The karma is coming. This is saying it right here. The Hierophant, he is now alone. He is alone, even if he's physically not alone, even if he has people. He's not having the type of people that are helping him move forward. He doesn't have a plan for the second part, the second phase. He didn't expect this. Maybe it's COVID that he didn't expect. Maybe COVID is helping keep him feeling like, I don't know what else to do, that kind of a thing. So let's get another one, but definitely bumping. Something's not sitting right. Something is not sitting right. That is absolutely for sure. And that's the best way I can say it. I feel like I'm kind of dancing around, rambling, but let's see. So what is going on? Is there karma? Is the business doing well? There we go. Let's say that. Is the business doing well? We need to know. Bottom of the deck, please tell us. No, it is the burden. 10 of Wands. I specifically said, is the business going well? This is a burden. I think he cut his nose off to spite his face. Have you ever heard that saying? I think he had, he needed to make cuts. He fired you under false pretenses, but he had to do that. And I think now he's seeing he's all by himself. He's trying to balance his time and get some things back in line. But the truth is, he's all by himself, and he, and I don't mean even physically. Maybe there's other people, but he's doing the job by himself. He has nothing for phase two. He's done. He's stuck. And here's all the burden. Here it is. He's walking down this trail with his ox, and he's got burden. It's a lot of work for him. I think he cut his nose off to spite his face. If that's a saying, I'm not really talking about cutting anything. So this is, looking like, yeah, karma is there. I think it's a lot of work. I think he's questioning his decisions, actually. However, let's see. Was this all just because of budget cuts? Let's find out. We know that it was, but let's see what the tarot says today. Well, yes or no? Yep. The King of Wands. He's like, if you had to name him, he's the CEO. If any of you are familiar with Tarot Oracle, he has a great training on learning the court cards for tarot, and he assigns like a person to each of them so you'd remember what it means. He is the CEO. So yes, he needed to make cuts. You are right. That just confirms what we already know because we did that on another reading. But I don't think it's going well. I do think he's still afloat, but he needs to make a new plan for phase 2 or it's just not going to be going well. I feel like he's juggling back and forth with that decision he made because now he's seeing that he's all alone. I don't think that, he expected it that way. Maybe it was out of necessity because clearly he needed to save that money. But it's a lot of work. He's got a lot on his plate doing all this. He feels alone. Not sure how phase 2 is going to go. And again, this didn't really have something to do with you. This was about budget cuts for real. So we already knew that from another reading, but this just totally confirmed it again. Let's see. That guy looks like you. There you are. This is the guy you want to be, man. In tarot, King of Wands is the go-getter. He is the go big or go home guy. Yeah. I love him. He's handsome. Awesome. Well, good. Well, yeah. So I do think it is affecting him. I do think he did not handle it well. I do honestly think it was budget cuts and not having to do with you. At the same time, it still feels kind of shitty, right? I do think he's kind of regretful of that. I think he's kind of on his own. Yeah. Ooh, all right, dial J for Josh. Well, thank you so much for your donation. Kitty, I'm assuming you had to leave. So, oh wait, we got another donation. That's weird. Wait a minute. I thought we just did that. Oh, that was you, dial J for Josh. Duh. Oh my God, my brain. See, this is why I decided I can't go 4 hours again because my brain turns into mashed potatoes. All right, my friends, I want to thank you all for being here. I have enjoyed this. Thank you so much for all of your questions. Thank you for your very generous donations. I appreciate you. And I'm looking forward to seeing you again tomorrow. I will be here at 12 o'clock. Please, if you haven't already, please make sure to hit subscribe to my channel. I just came out with a quick peek video today if you want to take a look at my new tarot deck, which is the Everyday Witch. And I will be having a pick a card coming out tomorrow. So stay tuned, hit that bell so you'll know what's going on. Otherwise, you guys all have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow.